till we find what you want. If you are looking to buy, you need to call me ASAP. You absolutely need someone on your side to help navigate the current waters, and you need someone that's going to do their homework and find homes that aren't on the market yet. Bottom line, you need to call me today ASAP. Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty, 865-257-7897. If you are buying, selling, or considering investing in real estate this year, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com. I hope to hear from you soon, and go Vols!
With smartphones being such an integral part of our daily lives, it is truly an inconvenience when it doesn't work properly. It disrupts the normalcy of our day. When you go into the cell phone store to have it repaired, they just try to upsell you on a new phone. That's why the owner of iDrop, T. Kell, left those places and opened iDrop. His goal is a happy customer. T. Kell and the team will listen to what you have going on and work to solve the problem of your broken device in a way that best suits your needs, instead of trying to upsell you on something that you just don't need. They don't just repair phones, they can service your laptop or PC as well as your Mac. Windows 7 support is over, but iDrop can help you transition to Windows 10. They have a 5-star rating on Google with hundreds of positive reviews. Let me say that again. I don't think y'all understand how big this is. They have a 5-star rating on Google. Their customer service really speaks for itself. So if you ever find yourself with a device that isn't performing as it should, give iDrop a call at 865-888-9740 or check them out on Facebook at iDrop of Knoxville. If man made it, they can fix it. When you start your own business, you know that branding can make or break a new venture. That's why Swain Event relies on 42nd Street. 42nd Street is a strategy agency focused on finding creative, open-minded, results-driven solutions to brand design. After over a decade of operations in East Tennessee, the brand architects at 42nd Street have the experience and creative know-how to ensure the success of your business branding, logo, web presence, and more. To see a real-life example of their amazing work, you can check out our website at swainevent.com. Don't trust the branding of your business to just anyone. Check out my friends at 42nd Street online at 42st.com or give them a call at 865-382-7007. 42nd Street, brand, strategy, design. JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Deep down the middle's got his man, and he's gone. Jason Swain, touchdown.
It's time for the Swain Event with your host, Jason Swain.
My man.
Real sports talk for the real sports fan.
All you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him.
It's time for the Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
Give me 2 pounds and a Ric Flair.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Denim Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. It is Thursday, February the 17th. Ben McKee, Jason Swain, live here from the Low T Center studio. Thank you for making the Swain Event part of your morning. Hour one is brought to you by Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. HappyHiller.com. Good morning, my good friend Benjamin.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I'm well rested. I caught up on some sleep last night. Went to sleep super early, I guess, versus the normal time I go to sleep. I did watch Auburn and Vanderbilt as long as I could. Then the game started watching me, but I did see where Auburn got the 14-point dub. That game was a lot closer than I expected. Usually you want Auburn or a team to come in number one in the country, number two in the country, top three, whatever, and have the best record possible. So that way, you're one of the few teams that have opportunity to beat them. Last night was different, Ben, because for Tennessee to get a share of the regular season conference championship, we need Auburn to lose a game, and Tennessee has to beat Auburn. So I ain't gonna lie, Ben. I was like, go Scottie Pippen, go!
Oh yeah,
Go Scottie, go Junior. Good job, Junior. Good shot, Junior. Giving them buckets, Junior. Good job, Vanderbilt. Let's go, Vanderbilt. And it's just funny, man, how as a fan, you dislike one team because they are in the SEC, but when it comes to doing what's best for your team, hey, man, you willing to put that to a side if it means a championship on the line, and that's the case for Tennessee. So almost there in the bill. Almost. But, man, that boy Jabari Smith is a problem. Who's guarding him?
Nobody. Nobody. Especially when he is pulling from the logo.
Who is guarding that dude?
Like it's nothing. You just have to hope he has an off night against you. I'll be interested to see if Josiah gets matched up on him any. I think that could be an interesting matchup. Josiah, long and athletic, long, athletic, and physical, may be able to present some problems. But Jabari Smith, there's a reason that he's possibly the number one overall pick.
I don't see how you.
And you saw that last night.
Oh yeah, I don't see how you not select him number one overall. I would if I was on a team. If I was a GM of a team, I would go with Jabari Smith. The versatility, the boy can. I mean, he's the best shooter on Auburn's team. The dude is special. He truly is. How much did he wind up with?
I think 28.
He was a problem. And he is going to be one next Saturday. But this Saturday, Ben, feeling good. I'm feeling good about Tennessee going on the road and getting the victory against Arkansas. You got a lot to play for. A lot's on the line. This team's playing some dang good basketball, fun to watch. Tennessee baseball. You ready, Ben?
Oh, yeah. Can't wait. Less than 48 hours away. First pitch tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern. And if you love baseball, tomorrow is must-watch television, I guess you could say, because Tennessee is going to have on the bump a true freshman in Chase Burns that throws absolute gas. He is an entertaining pitcher to watch. So right out of the gate, it'll be very entertaining. And as I've mentioned several times when it has been brought up, Georgia Southern, they're going to be looking for some revenge after last year, and also may feel a certain type of way about their former freshman All-American, Chase Dolander, transferring to Tennessee. So there's going to be a lot of fireworks this weekend. Chase Burns on the bump tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, and making his first Tennessee start first career start. First career appearance is on the first day of the season, which tells you all you need to know about what the coaching staff thinks of him. Now, granted, Tidwell would probably be pitching if he was healthy, but
Still,
it is what it is. That they still have other options that they could go to, and they're choosing not to. So, and I think he's a guy that can compete to be the SEC Freshman of the Year. He is Blade Tidwell 2.0, and no disrespect to Blade Tidwell, but probably further along with his secondary pitches at this point arriving at Tennessee than Blade was. So I'm really excited to see him pitch. And with the Arkansas game on Saturday, Tennessee basketball, I'm glad that the Kentucky game was on Tuesday night and not last night, just to give a little more space in between the games. I'm glad that there's not a quick turnaround just because of the emotional roller coaster that was Tuesday night. And I don't want there to be a hangover on Saturday. That's honestly my biggest fear about this Saturday's game. Is just a hangover from the Kentucky win. But, again, with it being on a Tuesday, by Thursday morning, all of that should be flushed out. All those happy, feel-good feelings from beating Kentucky should be flushed out of the system and should be all eyes forward towards Arkansas this weekend.
but Tuesday's win was like Super Bowl, man. So we got to have the parade first.
We do. The players do not.
When is the parade, man?
This morning at 8 a.m.
Oh man, we're gonna miss it. So they're gonna start right there on the Henley Street Bridge and take it all the way to Farragut.
No. They're gonna start on the Strip and then make their way.
Gosh. Oh my goodness. That's a good place to start right there. Start on the Strip and go around to Easttown Mall and go to Fountain City to Farragut and back to the Strip.
Well, they're going to Fountain City to go see Jennifer Morris.
Yeah.
Drive by, see her, wave, say what's up.
Yeah, man. Are you waiting to around the SEC to share the big time baseball news, the Cade Bays type of baseball news, or are you gonna give the people what they want?
No, I actually meant to bring it up a second ago, but I got going on Chase Burns and forgot about it, quite frankly. Ethan Smith, it's Vanderbilt transfer, Tennessee's Vanderbilt transfer, Tennessee's transfer from Vanderbilt, I guess I should say. He has been ruled eligible. That came down last night, and he is available to pitch for Tennessee this weekend. It is a significant development for Tennessee, considering the injuries that they are dealing with to start the year to Blade Tidwell, Seth Halverson, and Camden Sewell, which Camden Sewell probably would have started this weekend, but took a ground ball off the tip of his finger, and he is likely not going to pitch this season. Not impossible, but probably won't pitch this weekend. So three of the top arms are down to start the season, and now you make a trade deadline acquisition right before the season with a guy who didn't throw a ton at Vandy, but when he did pitch, he pitched well, and I expect him to come out of the bullpen to start. It's possible that he could start games, but I think he'll come out of the bullpen, and we'll see what he can bring to the table. I mean, Tony Vitello 2 weeks ago just flat out admitted that I haven't been able to watch him pitch a ton, so I don't really know what we've got in him, but he's got good off-speed pitches, and he knows what the SEC is like, and he's going to be a big piece for them. So that was big news for Tennessee. You can never have too many arms in the SEC, so that is big for Tennessee.
Basically, he has other good stuff.
Yes, other good stuff.
Yeah, this is why I'm excited about baseball season. All the lingo.
The lingo?
All the baseball slang.
Piss missiles and
yes,
getting pissed on and
oh man, I don't. That's a little weird, man.
Not like as a person, but Drew Gilbert, Jordan Beck, they piss on the ball. Like they hit the ball so hard they're pissing on it.
Oh, okay.
That's more so.
I was like nervous.
No, not like a player pissing on somebody, but like pissing on the ball. They hit it so hard. The lingo is that they pissed on it. Man, pissed on that ball to right field.
Okay.
Piss missile.
Okay, gotcha.
or nicknames like Titty.
Yeah.
The fun stuff about baseball.
Yeah, baseball got the coolest names, man. Coolest Lane and
His stuff. He's got filthy stuff.
Yep.
Filthy stuff.
That's what I'm excited about.
An underrated baseball term for a pitcher, like if Chase Burns goes out tomorrow and pitches well, oh, Chase Burns, he shoved today. He shoved.
Who did he shove?
He shoved his stuff up the you-know-what to the batters. He just shoved. His stuff was so good. He pitched so well. He just shoved. Just a baseball lingo, a baseball term that he went out there on the mound and he shoved.
Sounds pretty violent.
That's what it means when you pitch well.
And it hurts.
Yes.
865-255-03. Man. Got some big old things going on with Tennessee athletics this weekend. Men's basketball, baseball,
Lady Vols, South Carolina to upset the number one team in the country.
Man, I'm sure hoping Tennessee can do that. That would be a huge win. A lot of eyeballs will be on that game too, because College Game Day is going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So these girls deserve it, man. The women's game. I know some people don't like women's basketball, but it's come so far. I love where it is and want it to go to the next level. But Dawn Staley has been great for the women's game, and she always shows respect to Pat Summitt and the Tennessee basketball program, and they are where we want to be right now. So it'll be a great test for our Lady Vols, who start the season on fire, but as of late trying to kind of find themselves and get back to playing the way they did when they went on that nice winning streak and was a top 5 team in the country. But just like the men's team, it's about playing your best ball at the right time of the season, and then kind of the teams kind of flip-flop. So hopefully the Lady Vols can use a victory over South Carolina to kind of propel them into the tournament and go as deep as possible. So 865-255-03. Hour number 1 is brought to you by Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. Give us a call on the Iris Networks hotline. 90 days, no payment for business, fiber, internet, and voice. Ben McKee, Jason Swain. We'll take our first break of the day. Stay with us.
If you want to be part of the show, call the Iris Networks hotline at 865-200-5503.
Hello?
Don't miss Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union's President's Day special. Take advantage of these incredible rates. We're offering auto, recreational, and refinancing loans as low as 1.90% APR. This amazing rate is only available from February 14th through the 25th. You don't want to miss this limited time offer because after the 25th, rates will go back up. Apply in branch or online at atfcu.com. Get this rate before it's gone and celebrate President's Day with incredible savings. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union is here to help bring your dreams within reach. So, if you're looking for financing for a new vehicle or looking to finance a home improvement project, ATFCU is here with a variety of affordable loan options that bring your dreams to life. Don't miss this opportunity. Sign up during our President's Day special and get a loan for as low as 1.90% APR. Take advantage of these incredible rates. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union is the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. An equal housing lender. Annual percentage rate. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to credit approval. The rate you qualify for is determined by your creditworthiness.
When you start your own business, you know that branding can make or break a new venture. That's why Swain Event relies on 42nd Street. 42nd Street is a strategy agency focused on finding creative, open-minded, results-driven solutions to brand design. After over a decade of operations in East Tennessee, the brand architects at 42nd Street have the experience and creative know-how to ensure the success of your business branding, logo, web presence, and more. To see a real-life example of their amazing work, you can check out our website at swainevent.com. Don't trust the branding of your business to just anyone. Check out my friends at 42nd Street online at 42st.com or give them a call at 865-382-7007. 42nd Street, brand, strategy, design. JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
For a replay of each day's Swain Event TV, subscribe to the Swain Event channel on YouTube.
Ben McKee, Jason Swain, Swain Event fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Ben, have you went with anything different at Dead End Barbecue?
The last 3 times, I've gone with something different.
No, when we went on Friday, you had the Bernie Mac.
Well, what do you mean by different?
I mean, besides the Bernie Mac,
I rotate.
Okay,
I've got 3 things. I rotate the wings, the Mac Attack, and the Bernie Mac. The last 3 times, I've gotten one of those things. I haven't gotten the Bernie Mac the last 3 times, if that makes sense.
It's time to put something. It's time for a 4th in the rotation, Ben. It's time to put a 4th in the rotation.
But why?
Why not? Why not?
Because I like what I get.
Yeah,
like I went for the NFC Championship game a couple weeks ago, and I got what did I get? I got the Bernie Mac with a half pound of wings. I pigged out that Sunday afternoon for the NFC Championship game. Met up with some of my good buddies. Pigged out. Had the Bernie Mac. Had a quote side of half pound of wings, and had a nanner pudding, as Turkey Man would say. And then I met up with another buddy last Tuesday,
So popular, man.
and had a pound of wings, and then Friday I had the Bernie Mac. So I guess I haven't had the Mac Attack in a minute. I guess that's what I'll be getting next time. I don't need a fourth. Leave me alone. You mind your own business. You're the one that gets chicken tenders when you go.
I do, man. I do. With wings, man. Last Friday I got chicken, some boneless, basically chicken nuggets. They're boneless chicken wings, which without the bone.
You got boneless something?
Yeah, I got that.
You of all people got something boneless.
Got that. I got that and wings and mixed greens. So chicken and greens on Friday. Then I had a meeting, and I had a meeting this week, so I got the brick top chicken sandwich, the grilled chicken.
Why didn't you invite me?
Because I had a meeting. It didn't involve Ben McKee. I'm sorry, man.
I mean, I think it should have involved me.
I'm
if you
sorry.
ask me.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
But I joke on you about getting the chicken fingers. I mess with my mom too, because every time my mom goes, she wants to get the chicken fingers.
They're boneless chicken wings, Ben.
But I mess with her. I was like, how do you go to a barbecue spot and you get chicken fingers? But the reason that she gets the chicken fingers is because she thinks that Dead End's chicken fingers are so good and so delicious. So it's not necessarily her not liking barbecue. It's her just being in love with Dead End's chicken
boneless
fingers.
chicken wings.
Chicken fingers.
If you're not gonna call them bone chicken wings, call them chicken nuggets.
Well, my mom gets the legit chicken fingers that they got.
They don't have chicken fingers.
Oh, well, I thought they were chicken fingers.
They got boneless chicken wings.
They're chicken fingers.
No, they're not, man.
Don't make yourself feel better. You're not allowed to do that this morning.
Look at the menu.
You look.
It don't say anything about chicken fingers.
Look at the food, and it looks just like chicken fingers.
Real D from the 423 says, my black card revoked, Swain, getting those boneless wings.
That's right. And look, I didn't get boneless.
I got both. I got wings and boneless.
Well, the funny part is we had a nice dinner. My parents were in town. We met your family for dinner on Friday night. It was very nice.
Bone in and bone out.
And the best part was your daughter getting wings and her getting the hot wings.
Oh, yeah.
What? I mean,
Dead hot.
Dead hot? Is that like the hot?
Yeah, that's the hottest.
And I look over there, and she is just going to town on these dead hot wings, and her face is just stone cold. Like her face looks like it would any other time. The dead hot wings did not faze her one bit.
She a beast, man.
I wonder where she gets it from. Not the beast part, but the dead hot wings.
No, she gets the beast part from
her mama.
Yeah, that's probably right too. But like, she likes spicy foods. The middle one doesn't. The middle one is a comedian though. The middle.
She is funny.
The middle one hit you with the what's your name? Ben was like, Ben. And then she pointed to her nose. She's like, what's this? And Ben was like, nose. And then she put her hands out. She's like, what's in my hand? And Ben was like, nothing. She was like, oh, Ben knows nothing.
That wasn't the best for though. The best, she got my dad. She like cupped her hand together and told my dad to stick his finger in her, like the little hole in her hand that she created. It was like, now swirl it around. Now take it out. And she said, thank you for cleaning my toilet.
Man, we was rolling, man.
I was rolling.
We was rolling. It was hilarious.
Kids are, I can't wait until my kid gets that age.
They funny, man. They are funny. So we had a good time, man. We had a good time. Tremel says he was there on Saturday. Dang, Tremel.
You see DR Vol?
No, I didn't see DR Vol, but I didn't know Tremel was in town. He didn't let anybody know.
DR Vol let us know he was coming to town, but still, I'm questioning some of our friendships that we have established here on the show.
I'm questioning Tremel. We didn't even know Tremel came into town. At least we knew DR Vol was coming. We just chose not to hang out with him.
No, he chose not to say anything to us about when he was going to Dead End and not hang out with us.
He told us during the week last week he was going to the game.
Yes, but I'm saying he didn't let us know when he was going to Dead End.
He knew we didn't want to hang out with him anyway.
He didn't ask us to go to Dead End with him. So I am counting that against him. But yes, Tremel's is worse. How do you come up here and not even say anything? You're just letting us know on Thursday that you're up here? What kind of bum are you?
Tramel's a bum. That was a bum move, Tramel.
That was a Derek Dooley or Butch Jones move right there.
That's accurate. Man, very disappointing, you, Tramel. Very disappointing. Anyways, he did say that he had some burnt ends, beans and sausage, and some bussin' egg cream corn. It's 7 o'clock. I don't feel like saying the A word right now.
Smart move.
Come on, Real D. You can't be trying to take my black card just because I got some boneless wings, aka chicken nuggets, with my bone-in wings.
I don't know.
You can't.
I think that is a worthy revocation of the black card, quite frankly.
The nerve.
I think you're going to have to show up to the Friday show looking like Sammy Sosa now.
Stop. Looking like Dave Chappelle? Like Todd? No. Volfan says, I decided to torture myself by listening to Calipari's radio show yesterday. All he did was complain about the screens, Tennessee sets, and our physical play. Said he is going to show his players Tennessee screens compared to Kentucky screens, so they could screen like that since it's apparently legal. He sounded so whiny. So glad we have Barnes.
Coach Cal whiny? Man, when has that ever taken place? He's such a bum. I truly can't stand him. He's more of a showsman than he is a basketball coach.
Your staff member, John, got into it with a Tennessee player, and nothing happened to him. Shut up. Like, really. Like, nothing happened to your staff member that blocked John Fulkerson's teammates from trying to pick him up after he fell, after the refs missed the call, pushing him out of bounds. Stop. So disappointed in some Kentucky folks who are like bragging that, oh, you don't want to mess with the strength coach. I think he would have that advantage over Zakai. He's supposed to. Zakai barely 18 years old. He's supposed to be in high school. He's supposed to be a high school senior. You're bragging about one of your staff members getting into it with one of our players. Yeah, real professional. Meat sticks. Yeah, perfect timing. I couldn't wait to use it.
Coach Cal's
he's a meat stick.
He's acting like a meat stick.
He's acting like a meat stick.
Yep.
Straight up meat stick. My man Tony Vitello. Damn, I missed it. He walked right past me. I missed it.
Did you drool out of the side of your mouth?
Why would I do that?
Because everybody else in Knoxville does.
Nah, man, he's just a regular dude. Ah, I missed it. I didn't know he was that short, though. I thought he was a lot taller. Damn, missed it. Meat stick. Thank you. Thank you, Vitello.
He's not short, but he's also not tall.
Yeah, he's shorter than what I expected.
Yeah.
That's all. Nice hair, though.
He's
really
probably
jealous.
A little shorter than me.
He ain't shorter than the Kentucky strength coach. That's for sure.
The only person shorter than the Kentucky strength coach is Brad Matthews.
Hey, give me a stool. I got to address the team. Somebody give me a stool. Hey, somebody pick me up and hold me like a baby. Put me on this side of the hip.
He's like
you carried a baby through Target. I got to make an announcement. Pick me up. Hurry up.
You've never seen Shrek, so you won't appreciate.
I've seen Shrek before.
I thought you have it. He's like Lord Farquaad from Shrek.
He is. I've seen Shrek before.
I thought you said recently that you had not seen Shrek.
I just don't remember all the characters in every part.
You remember Lord Farquaad?
I do remember him.
The little short minion.
Yeah, I remember him.
With the short man syndrome.
Somebody pick me up. I need to demonstrate how to do this exercise.
That's literally what he did in this in Shrek.
All right, who's on the phone?
Who do you think? To call in and defend his honor. Tramel.
Let me guess, man. You didn't have service.
Hey, hold on.
Let me guess. Your phone died. You didn't bring your charger.
Short people, man. Y'all got to back up off the short people, man. I get it all day from my tall homies, man. Like, all my friends, like 6'4", 6'1", like this tall dude.
How tall are you?
I'm getting it all the time. Barkwad jokes, all of them, all that. Short man syndrome. And they call me a Chihuahua before, and it makes sense because I got a Chihuahua.
Man, your friends call you a Chihuahua?
They all tall.
I know that hurt deep too, man. That hurt deep.
Yeah, they're my homies though, so it's funny more or less than anything.
Cause like there's nothing you can do about it though.
Ain't nothing I can do.
Short jokes are terrible because like fat jokes, man, you can go lose weight. Ugly jokes, you can go get a nose job. Short jokes, you can't go grow.
Nothing
it's
you
over
can do about it.
All you can do is wear like shoe inserts like Bush Jones. That's all you can do.
Put some of them, just one of them old sketches that had like the stack on stack on stack.
Better get some of them Hoka shoes.
Yeah.
They had like 2 or 3 inches. You'd be a nice 5'6" after you wear those.
Look like a nurse.
So so I didn't know I was going to Dead End this weekend. I came up. It was right outside of Knoxville. We went to a little 7-on-7 tournament. It was my first time going. And then when I put Dead End in GPS, it was it was on the way home. I was like, well, shoot. I talked to D.R. Ball, and I let y'all know Monday, but I guess y'all didn't see my text. Y'all didn't see my text. Y'all was talking about Dead End Monday.
What good does it do to let us know Monday?
I mean, it ain't like y'all was going to stop what y'all was doing to come see me. Ben, I can't even get you to send me your PlayStation name. Quit playing with me.
It's B-Mac-14.
Mm-hmm.
I met so many people at Dead End Barbecue that's come into town. That's not a good excuse, Tramel.
And I was actually over. I was over by Dead.
I really didn't know I was
Dead
coming.
End.
I really didn't know I was coming. That 7-on-7 tournament was supposed to last till like 8 o'clock.
Tramel, you're on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
D.R. Ball knew I was coming. I seen D.R. Ball, and I said, I ain't seen him, but I seen that he was going to Dead End. Or I seen that he went, and I was like, man, I was there. Wish I would have hit you up.
So
Maybe we did at the same time.
He knew you went to Dead End, not that he knew you were coming to Dead End.
I didn't know I was going.
Okay, it's okay. It's all right.
We'll remember that.
See what it is. See how y'all gonna do me. I see how y'all gonna do me.
We see how you're gonna do us.
Okay.
Don't worry, we'll remember that.
Hey, on the flip side, though,
I'm on back pocket list now.
Did y'all see the little clip of McVay and calling that last play?
Yeah. Yeah, he said Aaron's gonna make a play.
Right? Man, that was cool, right?
Really cool.
But yeah, man, next time I come in, I'm gonna hit y'all up, man. I do want to see y'all
busy.
in a minute.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll
I'm
see.
busy.
Busy already?
Yep, booked.
All right, my dude. Y'all have a good day.
All right, man. Much love, man. John K said, Terrell, nobody's hating on you if they are facts. Yeah, Terrell. I didn't think Terrell was that short. But he did have a boot on, so maybe the boot added like 2 inches.
Would you, for you and I and our fellow bald people, would you throw that into the category of not really being able to do anything with it?
No, you can do something about that, man. You got hair club for men. Dudes out here straight getting wigs now. You can do something about that. I'm not going to ever do that, but, like, you can do something about baldness. You got supplements and creams and gels and
I don't think that any of
juices
that
and berries.
stuff works, though.
I mean, dude, have you seen Brian Urlacher? That one time he retired from the league, he's bald headed, and all of a sudden he popped up and man looked like
the best one
like Zach Morris.
The best two of all time is Jason Witten.
Exactly. See?
And LeBron James.
See? That's what I'm saying. Like if you're bald, like you still got a chance. If you're ugly, you can get plastic surgery. If you're fat, you can lose weight. But if you're short, you always gonna be short. Ain't nothing people gonna do about that. Like you're not gonna see Muggsy Bowles show up and go, "Hey man, I'm ready to play in the post. I got an operation." It ain't happening. It ain't happening. You're short. Like Zakai will always play point guard. He will never, ever play center. It is never gonna happen. I don't care how much NIL money he get. It ain't happening. He would never play power forward, small forward. He's always gonna play a guard because he's done growing. You know what? He might not be done. He's supposed to be in high school. He probably done.
No, he's not supposed to be
real short.
We learned with Mike Wilson that he's actually not supposed to be in high school. Remember, he was going to do a year of prep school.
Prep school. That's right.
He was going to do the Jordan Bowden.
That's right. That's right.
But same thing. We're going to pretend that he was going to be a sophomore in high school this year. He's just little Calvin Cambridge.
He's supposed to be in 8th grade this year, man.
He should be SEC Freshman of the Year. Kennedy and Zakai should be co-SEC Freshman of the Year.
Let's not get carried away, man.
Facts. You're the one getting carried away over one game last night of Jabari Smith.
One game?
Mm-hmm.
He hit 31 points, career high. He was 70% from the three-point line. He was shooting 3 points like a free throw. He was 7 for 10.
Against Vanderbilt.
Don't matter.
Did you see Cole Kublik's tweet? This is the Jabari Smith that we've been wanting to play all 40 minutes all year.
He played 28 minutes and dropped 31 points. He had more points than minutes.
Cole Kublik was referencing that was the Jabari Smith that they had been waiting on all year, which means that Zakai Ziegler and Kennedy Chandler have had better freshman seasons.
During the broadcast, they said the Freshman of the Year award, Freshman of the Week award has really been between Ty Washington and Jabari Smith, and like a little tear just rolled down the side of my face.
That's fine. Kennedy's been good too. Zakai has too.
That's right. Those are facts.
You don't have to win a award to validate it.
Those are facts. Those are facts right there. Those are facts. Ball fan says the only proper way to handle someone calling you short is to own it and then stand on the chair so they can see you gator chomp. That's right. That's what Zakai did. Old boy from Florida was ready to fight about it.
Would you have not been if somebody tickled your nose? The answer is yes. Yes, you would have been.
Did you see the clip of the Penn State offensive lineman that I sent you from this season?
Yes,
where
unfortunately.
There was, I think it was a draft insider from Athletic.
Dan Brugler.
Yeah. Tweeted out a video of a Penn State offensive lineman pancaking a defender, and while he was down, like humping him, and then the player got up and pushed him. Like, we gotta fight.
Yes, we are throwing hands if you do that to me.
We fighting. We are fighting. And that's the way like animals show their dominance over another animal, is to do them that way. That was crazy.
That was too much.
That was too much. I wasn't ready.
I was
not ready for that. John K says, "Nah, the ball jokes are funny. They're fair game." Oh yeah, definitely fair game. Definitely fair game. I mean, most jokes are fair game. Most of them are.
Most of
them. Now, if you was at my lunch table growing up, everything was fair game.
The worst though is when you call in and you talk about something, and then it gets brought up on the show, and you get mad about it being brought up on the show after you brought it up on the show several times back in the past.
I'm taking a break. 865-255-03. You ain't right. Hour one is brought to you by Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. Is today Friday? It is not Friday.
Feels like Friday.
Today is Thursday. Swain Event, fueled by Denim Barbecue.
You're listening to the Swain Event.
You don't say.
Fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
In this day and age, the way we work is changing and evolving. Businesses still moving forward despite your work location changing and supply shortages affecting a number of different areas. Office furniture is not immune to the halt in the supply chain. This is why Office Furniture Outfitters has purchased desks, chairs, and tables in bulk to provide you with in-stock options for your place of business, no matter if it's in an office building or at your house. Office Furniture Outfitters is the local supplier for Herman Miller, and they keep Aeron chairs in stock. They will come to your office, lay out, and make recommendations. No project is too big or too small. You can visit them on location at 17th Street and Grand Avenue in the Fort Sanders area, or online at ofonox.com, or give them a call at 865-524-3003. Office Furniture Outfitters, providing East Tennessee's biggest selection and best value for office furniture since 1995.
If you're coming to Knoxville and need a place to stay, do yourself a favor and book a room at Hampton Inn Paper Mill, also known as the Hampton on the Hill. This award-winning property is literally in the top 5% of all Hampton Inn properties. The GM, Stephen Lawrence, is a good old local boy who grew up in the business around Knoxville. He and his staff are always available, always willing to help, and will go above and beyond for their guests. The newest Hampton Inn in Knoxville has clean, affordable rooms, flat screens, fridges, and microwaves in every room. Plus, breakfast is included in every rate. Not to mention, there's also a pool and fitness center on site. If it wasn't so close to amazing restaurants, bars, and shopping, you would never want to leave. At only 6 miles from campus, you're still right in where the big orange action is. Go to HamptonInn.com, search Knoxville, and book your room at the Hampton Inn Paper Mill or call 865-693-5400. Fellas, when it's time to freshen up that wardrobe, there's only one play to make, and that's to go see my friends at Mark Nelson Denim in downtown Knoxville. Find the latest in small batch denim in the heart of Knoxville. Denim isn't all they do though. Mark Nelson also does custom suiting and blazers. Let your personal style shine with Mark Nelson. If you don't have time to go shopping for yourself but still want that fresh look, then sign up for the NN Society. Let the experts handle the shopping and get $300 worth of merchandise for just $150 every other month. That's 6 times per year to keep you looking styling every day. Let Mark Nelson Denim help you be the best you, because when you look good, you feel good. Go to marknelsondenim.com. We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss PRP, platelet-rich plasma. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
Good to be back, Jason. We specialize in non-surgical orthopedics, so we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints, including rotator cuff injuries, knee injuries, and elbow and foot problems by using ultrasound-guided injections with PRP. And this form of treatment helps stimulate the body's own reparative process and assist in the healing of damaged tissue.
Doc, what makes your training different than others?
I've been practicing in Knoxville for over 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. They've been the leader in this form of treatment since 1983. I also teach this form of treatment on a national and international basis to other physicians, residents, and medical students. Here in our clinic, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own PRP, which are concentrated platelets, to treat your injury. So in other words, Jason, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Do what the pros, college athletes, and I have done, and visit them online at trsportsmedicine.com. Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, East Tennessee's leader in PRP therapy.
At Iris Networks, we know that business communication solutions are critical to your success. Since 1998, we've been helping businesses in East Tennessee by providing reliable and affordable high-speed fiber internet and voice solutions. That's why Iris Networks is your Tennessee communications partner. With internet speeds up to 100 gigs and work-from-anywhere solutions like mobile apps, video conferencing, and file sharing, we make sure you can stay connected to your customers and great communities we live and work in. Iris Networks, because just like you, Tennessee is our home.
Around the SEC, Swain Event fueled by Denim Barbecue. Ben, what do you have for the good folks today?
We'll start with SEC basketball, where games were played last night. 3 of them. Alabama beat Mississippi State 80-75.
Nate Oates, what's up?
Screw him. LSU beat Georgia 84-65.
It's not nice, man.
I don't care. He's the head coach at Alabama. Auburn beat Vanderbilt.
Nice sports jackets.
94-80. Nate Oates got ejected last night.
I know. That's what I was saying. That's what I was
Are
about
you
to
giving
say.
him an attaboy?
No, I didn't get a chance to watch the game.
You were asleep by 7 o'clock?
No, I watched the Vanderbilt Auburn game, which was after 7 o'clock. But I just missed the game. I missed putting in bets yesterday, man. I want to throw some bets in. I missed doing that too. I was worthless yesterday.
I was somewhat worthless as well because I went home yesterday after that Kentucky game the night before and crashed on my couch.
I got stuff done, but I didn't get.
I did too. It was just after a 3-hour nap on the couch yesterday.
3-hour nap?
Yes, I was tired, but still got stuff done. Made it to the gym, got some work done, recorded a podcast.
You did more than me then.
Some small coaching moves within the SEC.
All right, what we got?
Yesterday, Ole Miss is expected to hire Western Kentucky defensive coordinator Maurice Crum as co-DC and linebackers coach. Crum, a former star linebacker and team captain at Notre Dame, is viewed as one of the nation's top up-and-coming defensive coaches. He made 42 straight starts as a linebacker at Notre Dame, one of just 24 two-time captains in Notre Dame's 135-year history.
Yeah, that's pretty strong.
And at Western Kentucky, where he was the DC, they held 7 of its last 8 regular season opponents to 21 points or less, which I hate that for my boy Will Ignont losing his defensive coordinator going into his final year.
He'll be okay.
I know, it still stinks.
He'll be okay.
Shut up. Ole Miss has also added former USC assistant coach Seth Doege as an analyst. Former Texas Tech quarterback was USC's tight ends coach last season.
Okay.
So Lane making some moves. Alabama offensive line graduate assistant Manry St. Armour has been hired as the offensive line coach at Charleston Southern.
Okay.
He's a former Georgia Southern offensive lineman and worked at Florida State and Savannah State prior to Alabama. And speaking of Alabama, Derek Dooley is headed back to Alabama.
What took him so long? We knew it was going to happen. What took him so long? We knew he was going back to Daddy Saban.
Joining Alabama staff as an analyst.
You know, it's real rough. Real rough. If Derek Dooley got to go back and work with Saban as an analyst. Because that means that last name can only go so far. It took him a long way. Think about it, man. He didn't go back to Alabama after being fired at Tennessee. He went to the NFL, was a receivers coach for the Cowboys. I mean, my goodness. Coach Des Bryant. Hey, man, go do that little thing you do. You don't need me to coach you. Just do you. Do you, boo-boo.
Do you, boo-boo.
Just do you, man. You don't need to take my coaching. Just do you. And then that didn't work out. And then he's a freaking offensive coordinator for Missouri. Was he ever an offensive coordinator before in his history? No. The offensive coordinator in Missouri, that didn't work out. Then he goes back to the NFL. All that he did without Saban. Now, it's time to get on the Saban treatment plan. Fired coach treatment plan. And before you know it, man, Dooley will be a head coach again, I'm sure.
I hope not, for the sake of a set of kids out there. Last thing before we get to Turkey Man before the top of the hour, Marshall is expected to hire Alabama staffer Jonathan Galante as their new special teams coordinator. Previously coached at Virginia Tech and had been a key figure behind the scenes with the Tide special teams in 2021, according to Bruce Feldman. So some coaching moves there with Alabama and Ole Miss yesterday, in addition to another night of SEC basketball.
It's good stuff right there, man. Always stuff going on. Always. Man, you do a really good job of gathering the SEC news and notes, man, every day, man. Just want to let you know that.
You're so kind.
I do have some leftover Valentine's Day flowers I have to give you.
I'm good. I brought my Reese's eggs that my wife got me today. Reese's heart-shaped, so they're not even eggs. They're Reese's peanut butter hearts, milk chocolate and peanut butter. I've still got some left over, so I'm just gonna roll with her Valentine's gift instead of anything that you have left over.
Gotcha. I was looking at those things like Jameis Winston was looking at the scoreboard. I've never seen those before.
Never seen Reese's before?
Not those.
It's just Reese's, just heart-shaped for Valentine's.
Interesting. Let's get to Turkey Man. Turkey Man, good morning. Turkey Man, you there?
I think I got it.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, I'm punching buttons.
You must got those
I'm
AirPods
punching
in, Turkey Man.
I'm punching buttons. How you talk about us short guys like that? I was sitting there listening to you guys, and I'm thinking, you know what? You don't understand. I've climbed many ridges, and I know what I'm doing when I get up there. And I've seen these big tall guys climb up on the ridges or in the creeks fishing, didn't know what they were doing. I look up to them and say, "You ain't very good at this, are you?" And I've played baseball. You still got to climb the hill. When you climb the hill, it don't matter how tall you are. You still got to throw your stuff. You step in the batter's box, you got a bat in your hand. You know, you still got to hit the ball, no matter how tall you are. Strike zone changes, but you still got to hit the ball. I don't think I figure in basketball. I figured out you could drop the goal. I couldn't dunk the ball, but I can drop that goal down there, or I can get one of them bouncy things and dunk the ball. All other than that, I ain't seen nothing. I couldn't do being short. I mean, old Tim, you remember Tim, the one that helped with the we took pictures. We took pictures. I climbed up in the chair, and everybody said, "I'm 30 minutes tall as he is." And they realized I had long legs. But, you don't. Baptized. I baptized these big old boys, got up on a block or walk them in a hole in the creek.
Well, speaking of Turkey Man.
Turkey Man's triggered.
Hold on, Turkey Man. I've got a question.
Now I see why short people got little man syndrome. Turkey Man is triggered this morning. Can y'all hear that in his voice?
Turkey Man,
my goodness.
When you baptize, is it just the end of your sleeves that are wet, or do you have to go get a new shirt after you do baptisms because you got short arms?
On my top of my head. I come off that block and just sunk them.
Turkey Man baptizes himself every time he baptizes somebody else.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's the reason I'm hard up. But
Turkey Man.
Speaking of climbing from Vanderbilt, what kind of stuff he going to be throwing to climb the hill?
Good stuff. Hopefully, he's got good off-speed pitches according to Tony Vitello, Turkey Man. And we'll see. Again, Tony didn't really know too much about him when he met with the media a couple of weeks ago, just because he had transferred a week or two prior. So hadn't been able to see him throw a ton in scrimmages. So even Tony was kind of unaware of what he could bring to the table. But we'll find out here quick. He'll get thrown into the fire this weekend. Tony did say he was pitching well in scrimmages when he was given the chance. So we'll see. Good stuff. That's what he's going to bring. Good stuff.
I feel bad for guys like Turkey Man because you've been lied to all your life. Growing up, you was told to eat your vegetables so you can grow. It's a lie. Vegetables weren't going to do nothing.
Nothing.
And no shot. You ain't growing. You ain't going to be tall. But lied to. This is why they mad. I get it, man. I totally get it. I understand. Your feet swinging, hit the table. Everybody else's feet hitting the floor. Yours just swinging. I'll be mad too. Hour 2 coming up.
In this day and age, the way we work is changing and evolving. Businesses still moving forward despite your work location changing and supply shortages affecting a number of different areas. Office furniture is not immune to the halt in the supply chain. This is why Office Furniture Outfitters has purchased desks, chairs, and tables in bulk to provide you with in-stock options for your place of business, no matter if it's in an office building or at your house. Office Furniture Outfitters is the local supplier for Herman Miller, and they keep Aeron chairs in stock. They will come to your office, lay out, and make recommendations. No project is too big or too small. You can visit them on location at 17th Street and Grand Avenue in the Fort Sanders area or online at ofonox.com or give them a call at 865-524-3003. Office Furniture Outfitters, providing East Tennessee's biggest selection and best value for office furniture since 1995.
Don't miss Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union's President's Day special. Take advantage of these incredible rates. We're offering auto, recreational, and refinancing loans as low as 1.90% APR. This amazing rate is only available from February 14th through the 25th. You don't want to miss this limited time offer because after the 25th, rates will go back up. Apply in branch or online at atfcu.com. Get this rate before it's gone and celebrate President's Day with incredible savings. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union is here to help bring your dreams within reach. So, if you're looking for financing for a new vehicle or looking to finance a home improvement project, ATFCU is here with a variety of affordable loan options that bring your dreams to life. Don't miss this opportunity. Sign up during our President's Day special and get a loan for as low as 1.90% APR. Take advantage of these incredible rates. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union is the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. An equal housing lender. Annual percentage rate. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to credit approval. The rate you qualify for is determined by your creditworthiness.
Touchdown or turnover is up next on the Swain Event.
Hey there, Swain Event fam. I've been thinking about other ways I can assist you with the real estate world. As you know, it's not just about buying, selling, and investing in new property today. It's also being a resource when you need a contractor or roofer. Or maybe you need a real estate attorney to assist with probate questions. Or maybe you have a family member in Alabama that needs a realtor to help them sell their home and get the heck out of there and back to Tennessee. All of these things and more are in my wheelhouse. So give me a call, Jennifer Morris, 865-257-7897, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com. And go Vols!
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Denim Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Touchdown or turnover is backed by Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong.
To the text box here on the Swain Event. Hour number 2 is brought to you by Action 247. Big thanks to Turkey Band Termel for joining the show. Hour number 1 for calling in using that Iris Networks hotline, where business owners, you can experience 3 months of no payments when you start your business relationship with Iris Networks. Business, fiber, internet, and voice. Kentucky basketball dominated physically without your most physical post player in Olivier Camois. I just hope that all the talk about Tennessee's physicality doesn't get us a tightly called, tightly officiated game on Saturday where they calling weak hand check fouls and weak fouls in the paint. I hope we don't see that because of all the talk about Tennessee's physicality against Kentucky.
It's certainly possible, and that would be frustrating to see that play out because that is what Tennessee has hung its hat on since it has turned its season around. Do you think that Tennessee has turned its season around? Because I tweeted that, and somebody was like, they haven't turned their season around. What are you talking about? I was like, they were 2-3 in SEC play at one point. They had, and when they were 2-3 in SEC play, they had suffered back-to-back embarrassing losses on Saturday at LSU, at Kentucky, and everybody was assuming that they were going to be a first-round exit in the NCAA tournament. So, yeah, I do think Tennessee has turned its season around because they were headed to an early exit in the NCAA tournament.
It's still possible.
Yes, but it seems much more likely now that they make a run to the Sweet 16, if not further.
Yeah, they are playing right now like a second weekend team.
Yes, so I absolutely think that Tennessee turned its season around because, yes, they were technically still a top 25 team, and they were still going to make the NCAA tournament. But, like, that's not the standard at Tennessee anymore. That we expect more now. Rick Barnes expects more now. The players expect more now. And at the rate that they were going to be one and done in the SEC tournament and one and done in the NCAA tournament. More than likely, that's the path that they were going down. And yes, technically it is still a possibility, but at this point, I would be very surprised if they went one and done in either tournament.
I'm totally fine with you using that. When I first saw it, I was like, huh? Because, like, my first reaction was it that bad? Like, was it that bad to say now that Tennessee has turned their season around? Well, if you played 5 games in conference play and you are below 500 after 5 games, Tennessee basketball, Rick Barnes in year 7, then yeah, man, that's not the direction you want to be going in. And then when you look at some of the quotes and hear some of the things that the players talked about and what changed, and Josiah and Zakai, those guys talking about they drew a line in the sand. Well, you don't talk about drawing lines in the sand and turning things around unless you know that you were heading in the wrong direction and you want to do something to change that direction, which now they have, and they are in a different direction. So, yeah, like they have turned the season around. I agree with you.
Yes.
I agree with you.
I'm glad you agree. Makes me feel better.
Well, I mean, I know that random person on Twitter probably had you all shook.
No.
During your nap yesterday, gave you nightmares during a 3-hour nap.
No.
So I just want to make sure that you feel better. In case you want to take a nap today, it could be 3.5 hours or 4 hours.
No naps today. Too much to do, and I didn't stay up till 2:00 and wake up at 6:00 last night. So
just want to make sure you're good, man. I got your back.
I got to go see the baby doctor after the show. Got to go get a checkup.
Good for you, man. This is good, man. Enjoy the sleep now.
Gotta go listen to my baby boy's heartbeat. I'll send you a clip of it so you can enjoy the moment and you can cry in the middle of your Thursday as well.
What I cry for?
Speaking of my nap, because you're just a loving, caring person. You're soft. So J.A. Black says 3-hour nap. Anybody that didn't already know Ben doesn't have kids yet knows now. Yeah, that's why I took a 3-hour nap, because I don't have kids yet. I'm enjoying it now while I can.
Enjoy it now. Enjoy it now.
And again, I went to bed at 2 a.m. the night before.
Enjoy it now.
So, yeah, I don't have kids now. So that's why I took the 3-hour nap, so I could be productive later on in the day.
Yeah, I tried to take a little nap. It didn't work, man. It was like 10 minutes. And then Ace was like licking at my face and stuff. Ugh, stop. So I just got up.
Your dog was licking your face,
Yeah, man. When I was asleep, he caught me. Like 10-minute nap. I couldn't even.
I've seen you before let him lick you.
Stop. You don't like that. Ugh. Kissing dogs in the mouth.
I saw you do it one time.
Stop. The other McKee says, Ben, don't argue with casuals. I mean, hey.
Some people make my head hurt.
You gotta be a man of the people, Ben. You gotta be a man of the people.
And then like my other tweet during the first half, which 97% of the responses were like in agreement, but there's like 2 or 3 people to my tweet about Tennessee fans needing to stop arguing with one another about this and that when it comes to Zakai Ziegler and Kennedy Chandler, because there's always these arguments going on the message boards, on Twitter, on the show. Why is Kennedy one and done? I don't think he's very good. Like, because they love Zakai so much, they want to put Kennedy down, and they want to compare and talk about how Zakai is so much better. And it's like, do you not realize, or did you forget that Kennedy also plays for the same team that you root for? I agree. That you're discussing. And I said people just need to quit arguing with one another and just appreciate the fact that Tennessee has 2 of the best freshman point guards in the country. And there's like 2 or 3 people that like, way to just lump everybody together and this and that. And it's like, people just, somebody always got something to say.
When you hear it a lot, I don't blame you for saying it. But there are people who may not feel that way.
I mean, correct.
But still, like, you've seen it enough to say something. Like, it wasn't like you saw one person say it and you had that feeling or decided to send out that tweet. I mean, it's been said way too many times. Like, you don't have to put someone else down to lift someone up. You can, just lift that one person up if you want to. But to assume that Kennedy Chandler is not, ready for the NBA is just crazy. Dude is ready.
It's like one person said, these are the worst kind of tweets. I swear to God. #broad brush. It's like, okay, Captain Literal. Doesn't mean that I think every single Tennessee fan is doing this.
Yeah. I think we have the best freshman guards in the country. With Zakai and Kennedy. I mean, how can you not look at those guys and go, man, we got the best.
Oh, look, it's the fan police, somebody said. Shut up, you bum, you angry Vol fan on Twitter.
The way those guys play off each other, their ability to penetrate and dish, find the open spot beyond the 3-point line. I mean, you can't stay in front of those guys. And then the handles that they have, forget about it. When those 2 dudes are in the game together, kind of playing off each other, it reminds me of like Dame Lillard and C.J. McCollum when they played together, or I'm trying to think of another nice guard combination.
John Morant and Desmond Bane.
No, Desmond Bane ain't, not yet.
He's gonna make an All-Star game at some point.
He's in the All-Star game. He's shooting 3-pointers.
No, he's like going to be in the All-Star game, not a part of All-Star weekend.
One day, we'll see. One day, we'll see. I'm messing with you. Desmond Bane's a baller. But like that guard duo, whew, I wish Kennedy was coming back next year because that would be even more fun. But I'm going to enjoy what we have right now and live in the moment. And we have a nice stretch of games left in the regular season. We have the SEC tournament coming up in Tampa. I don't know why it's in Tampa.
That's so stupid.
Like, what team is down there besides Florida? There's not.
And Florida fans hate their team right now. They hate their coach.
Why is this tournament in freaking Tampa?
Trying to expand the TV market. And
what?
Kentucky fans will travel, but that's about it for the most part.
Like, for a split second, I was like, man, I'm going to take my daughter to Nashville, go to the SEC women's game. Then I was like, you know what? I could really watch all the games on TV.
Well, is the women's tournament in Nashville this year?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's been in South Carolina the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's in Nashville. I was looking at some information and tickets and all that stuff. I thought about it.
Such a great girl, Dad.
Hey, man. Somebody got to be around here because you won't be. Bum. 865-255-03. Real D says Kobe and Smush Parker. Yeah, that duo. Downtown Vol, Tampa. That's ACC country. It is. Like, nothing about Tampa says SEC to me.
No. It's not even ACC country. I mean, Miami and Florida State, like, they don't even care that much about a basketball tournament, a conference basketball tournament.
Vol fan says Tennessee wasn't very enjoyable to watch in the beginning, but now they are super fun. They have turned their season, and my viewing experience around watching them improve has made this one of the most enjoyable basketball seasons. They've gotten so much better, and they're also just such a likable group of guys. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've always been likable. I think Rick Barnes has had teams that's always been likable because they're unselfish. And this is what I think fans love about their athletes or the team that they follow is like the unselfishness and the love for the game. We see that in Rick Barnes' program. We've seen it for years and years and years, but like we want to be entertained, man. And quite frankly, offensively, this team was not the most fun to watch. But now just to see the ball move the way it does, seeing guys making the extra pass, the ability to penetrate, get to the basket, the fast break. Like the fast break was alive and well on Tuesday. In the first game, man, we didn't have a fast break point. But Zakai getting on the deck, maybe that was when Tata Washington realized, like, yeah, my knee's not ready to go today. Because that's when Tata was on the ground and Zakai got on the ground and got the ball away and then passed it forward to Josiah for the dunk. But Tennessee had fast break points, man. Kennedy had a reverse layup on a dish from Zakai Ziegler. Like Tennessee was out and running, and that's what you want to see. That's what makes the game fun. This is why they changed the shot clock a couple of years ago. And instead of 35 seconds, they bumped it down to 30 seconds. This is why the NBA has 24 seconds. Like you want to see an up and down basketball game, and Tennessee has been able to do that a lot more, and they've been able to make shots. But the unselfishness and Tennessee right now leading the conference in assist. When Tennessee's at its best, man, they're sharing the basketball, and the ball doesn't get stuck on one side of the court. We're not playing one-on-one ball, taking terrible shots, shooting the ball up, jacking it up after one pass. No, man, we get multiple ball rotations. The ball is going from one side to the other at least 3 or 4 times before we find the right shot. If you really want to, man, you can get a shot in the paint every time if you're patient enough with the way we move the ball and our ball movement. But I'm with you. I'm with you, Vol fan.
I feel so much better about the basketball team today than a month ago. I mean, that's obviously stating the obvious. But going into March with Tennessee's guard play, talked about it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
You've got 2 freshmen playing terrific basketball right now. You have all SEC first-team selection Santiago Vescovi. In addition,
you put that in the universe
to those, yes. In addition to those 2 stud freshmen, and you have Josiah Jordan-James. You got 4 guards who are playing terrific basketball right now, and I don't know that I ever not wanted to watch Tennessee basketball, but I never really looked forward to watching Tennessee basketball a month or so ago because I was scared of the outcome, and they weren't fun to watch either in terms of their play on the court because they were struggling. But, man, now I can't wait for tip-off. I can't wait for Saturday, the Arkansas game. I can't wait for the Auburn game next Saturday. There for a while, I was dreading Tennessee playing Auburn, but now I can't wait. That'll be a fun game, I think. And Auburn has not looked like the last couple of weeks. Auburn has not looked like they did a month and a half ago either.
That's true.
So I would still probably pick Auburn to win because I think Walker Kessler is going to be a real problem for Tennessee. But hey, we thought the same about Oscar Tshiebwe in Kentucky, and look how that played out. All it takes is an off night.
That's it.
So
that's it. In a Jonas Adu.
Jonas Adu. I think he's going to be a real key piece down the stretch here. So I'm really excited for March, and I'm starting to put a lot of stock in this team going into March. Hopefully, I don't regret it. Hopefully, I am not getting my hopes up for nothing. But man, I feel really good about Tennessee going into March right now, and it's kind of the opposite of the Rick Barnes teams that have played in the past. I mean, I know that Admiral and Grant team went to the Sweet 16, but their best basketball under Rick typically came at the beginning or middle of the year, and they would have some rough patches at the end of the year. And that Grant and Admiral team was able to turn it around for the SEC tournament and the NCAA tournament. Mm-hmm. But this is the really the first year of Rick where it's kind of been reversed, where it seems like they've gotten all the bad basketball out of them, and now they're going to play great basketball the rest of the way, which I like that way of doing things.
Peaking at the right time. 865-255-03. Irish Networks hotline. Hour 2 is brought to you by Action 247, Tennessee's only legal sports book. Give them a follow on Twitter at TN Action 247. Let me share some promotions with you for today. All my hockey fans, bet $30 on a parlay with plus 200 or greater odds, and you will get a $10 bet for free. For free. F-O free. For free. Get it? Don't? Okay, cool. Hockey, bet $30 on parlay, plus 200 or greater. You get a free $10 bet. Let's go to the phones.
Only if you agree to put down a bet on hockey tonight. I will put this caller on only if you agree to bet on hockey tonight.
The Preds play today?
I think so, because they played Tuesday. They do not. They play tomorrow night at the Hurricanes, 7 o'clock.
I know one thing. I ain't betting on them Devils. I ain't messing with them Devils. I ain't betting on them.
We've got Jonathan in Columbia.
All right, Jonathan. Good morning, my friend. Thanks for calling.
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing this morning?
Man, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Hope you are too.
Yes, sir. Just driving into work and trying to avoid this weather. So if I cut out, I'm sorry, but I'll be listening to you guys.
All good.
Yeah, I just want to make a couple comments on the game the other night, man. I felt like there's two really pivotal moments for me. Just in watching it, I went wild. The first one was that double technical. I knew that they'd get fired up whenever that happened. And I said, once that happened, I said, oh, y'all done messed up now.
That's
and
right.
then number two, whenever Josiah dunked, I was in my living room jumping up and down. I said, yeah, this game's done. It's just like the energy exploded from the TV when that happened.
Sure did.
So, and then another small comment. Obviously, I'm not trying to remotely compare to him, but at the same time, dude, man, I got some Pons vibes from him, man, just with his swatting balls away left and right, man.
His timing, man, is great. And shot blocking is just not about being tall. Like, if every tall person was a great shot blocker, then, I mean, we would see it every single year, but we don't. You know, shot blocking, you know, it's about timing. It's about watching the film and understanding, you know, when your opponent goes up, being patient. You got to be an athlete as well, being able to have those quick twitch muscles and jump after the person that you are guarding commits to shooting the basketball. I mean, it's a lot that goes into shot blocking. And Pons just had unbelievable talent at doing it at 6'6", and his athleticism was just through the roof. Adu is a different type of shot blocker. He's a taller shot blocker with athleticism. We see that in his ability to run and make shots from the outside. Like he's not your normal big guy. Like he is going to be versatile for Rick Barnes in his career. Walker Kessler is the best shot blocker in the country, but he's an athlete as well. So it's not just about being tall. You better have some great timing, some skills, and our guys have a shot blocker for the next 3 years after this one in Jonas Adu, man. So you're right though, Jonathan. I hope you are careful driving in that weather and have a good day at work. But you're right. That technical, the first technical Calipari got was in my opinion, stupid because they were up and they were making shots, but it just gave Tennessee free 2 points and momentum. And then the scrum, the skirmish on the sideline where, little baby Kevin Hart tried to bulk up, wouldn't let our guys help up John Fulkerson. All that did was fire up the fan base. All that did was fire up the crowd. And this team has said it before. Arizona game, what was the difference? It was the crowd, it was the energy. And all you did was just allow Tennessee fans to pump energy into this basketball team. And that's what happened. Great point, Jonathan. Great point, man. Today's going to be a great day for you at work. You might get a raise today. Or like an extended lunch. Something's good going to happen today at work, Jonathan. You started the day on fire. Thanks for the phone call. Jeffy Dean says Florida has no COVID restrictions. That's probably why the tournament is down there. I mean,
it's also been planned out for a while, though.
Yeah, it has. It has.
Just like I think it comes back to Nashville next year.
Where it needs to be.
Yes. It should always be.
It always should be in Nashville. It should be the best central location. This is why SEC Media Days are, normally in Birmingham.
Should be in Nashville too. Everything should be in Nashville.
I agree with you. I think the SEC office should be in Nashville.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta, Birmingham, Nashville are the three cities that are most central to all SEC teams.
Yep. Tampa. Just weird.
Just like it was weird when it was held in St. Louis.
There was talk about something being held in Dallas, if I'm not mistaken. A couple of years ago, they were thinking about it.
I think it was SEC Media Days.
I'm glad that didn't happen.
Well, and I know SEC baseball tournament, its deal with the Hoover Met in Hoover, south of Birmingham, it's up, and there's been talk about moving that as well. But that should always stay at Hoover just for the nostalgia of it.
It's beautiful.
I don't know about beautiful.
It's beautiful. Oh, last time I was there, it was the
stadium is not beautiful.
It was a long time ago. I ain't gonna lie. It was a long time ago, and it was a football field, and I was dunking on Rush Probst's football teams, even though we still lost the game.
Probably because he paid off the refs.
I 1,000% think that's what happened. There's questionable calls there. And know how Rush gets down, I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised at all, my friend. Ricky B in North Alabama. Thoughts and prayers are with you for being in Alabama. But North Alabama is Vol country, so you should be okay. I agree with Ben. The culture and attitude has changed with this team. You can hear Coach Barnes has changed his talking points as well. I don't know about the culture changing. I think the attitude has changed. I don't know about the culture. I think the culture has always been pretty much set, Ben.
Yeah.
But I think roles have been more defined. And it's not like the attitude was bad, but the attitude has changed. And I think players have more defined roles. Players have more confidence. I think these players learned a lot from Zakai Ziegler coming in. And like none of these guys experienced what Zakai experienced just to be able to play basketball. Like I heard that like Zakai thanks Rick Barnes at practice for allowing him to be here. Like thank you for allowing me to practice. Like
it's different.
It's different, man. When you see someone like that, like it just changes you. It changes your perspective. Like I'm sure the guys that were roommates with Inky Johnson, the Ramon Fosters, Gerard Mayos, and Robert Ayers, Sinclair Cannon, think about the first time they probably heard that, like, Inky's first time sleeping in a bed by himself was on his official visit.
Yeah. It changes, man.
The teammates that learn that, like, it changes you. I know for me, when I heard the story about John Poe, and, he was a JUCO player coming in and, basically was taking care of his siblings growing up. First time getting on the plane was on his official visit to Knoxville. Like when you hear those stories from one of your teammates, it changes your perspective. The things that you took for granted before, you don't. And I think that's what Zakai Ziegler has done to this basketball team. Like, you have to do what to play? To play, you have to take a train and do this, and
then you feel stupid. You should, if you take it for granted, or if you're not taking advantage of everything that Tennessee has to offer for you. You should feel silly that you're not taking advantage of it, because you've got a guy who is not taking it for granted and is I don't know if lucky is the right word, but in a way, Zakai is lucky that Rick and Tennessee's coaches saw him at Peach Jam and offered him. I mean, if Tennessee's coaches would never miss Peach Jam, but if for some reason they had not crossed paths, then Zakai would never be at Tennessee.
Yep.
So it makes you appreciate what you have more. It doesn't allow you to forget what all you have, just when you have a guy like Zakai Ziegler on your team.
Yep. And you mentioned, Zakai being lucky, and Tennessee's lucky too.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, Tennessee lucky to have Zakai. Lucky for, Zakai is lucky, fortunate. And I don't know if I would use the word luck, because he had worked his entire life to be ready for that moment. Just like John Morant had worked his entire life to be ready for that moment that a Murray State coach just so happened to be walking past the gym and saw Ja through the doors and peeked his head in and was like, oh, that kid's good. He got some talent. And boom, you get Ja Morant to Murray State, and look at where he is now. So, I know what you mean. Yes, in a way he's lucky, but, you create your luck. You create your luck. Even lottery winners, you still got to buy a ticket. You still got to buy a ticket. You still got to get up off your couch and go to the store and buy the ticket. No one's beating down your door to give you the money. You still got to buy the ticket at the end of the day. And so you create your luck by the work you put in, by the preparation that you have. And when someone watches you, they see the work that you put in, see how you could be an asset. And that's what happened with Tennessee and Zakai Ziegler. And Tennessee's lucky, man. Of all the schools in the country, you the only one that saw this guy and pulled the trigger?
Absolutely.
Man, we lucky. We lucky to have a Zakai Ziegler, man. We are lucky, because a guy like Zakai is going to attract other players. I was thinking about this yesterday, Ben. Why can't Tennessee, off of Kennedy's freshman year, because there's no way you cannot use Kennedy's freshman year to go and recruit the next great high school point guard. Say, hey, man, Rick Barnes develops point guards. Why can't we be a point guard factory? Why can't we? You look at football and you got position you here, position you there. Why can't Tennessee basketball be point guard you, based on what we have done with Jordan Bone? You look at Kennedy Chandler and his progression. You look at Zakai Ziegler. So we should be able to go out there and attract the next great freshman point guard and do it each and every year, just like Oklahoma was doing with quarterbacks for a nice stretch. That's what I want to see happen. I can see it happening because of the play of Zakai and Kennedy Chandler. Take a breath. Let's go to the phones. Who we got?
Middle Tennessee Rick.
Middle Tennessee Rick. Good morning, Rick.
Good morning, guys. How are we?
Man, we are blessed.
Yep. Just wanted to give a shout out to Ben. Congratulations on having a boy.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I know that's going to be exciting for you.
Yes, we are very excited. Counting down the days.
Yeah, my youngest turned 25 yesterday, so I've been a little ways away from that. The reason I called today, I just wanted to touch base with you guys on your impressions of the atmosphere at the game the other night, Kentucky game.
It was electric. One of the best games I've been to. On the way to the game, I was talking to my daughter about the Kentucky game, the 18 season, when Grant was running the break and threw the oop to Jordan Boughton the year that Tennessee was number 1 in the country. That place was electric on that day, because that was more of a day game. Tuesday night was just as electric. It really was. It really was. It's hard to put one over the other. It was It was crazy. It was unreal. There were some times I couldn't even hear myself think.
Yeah. The reason I asked that question was my brother's grandkids gave him and his wife tickets to the Kentucky game, and I believe that's the first game he'd ever been to.
Wow. Name's
so
hooked.
I could just imagine, yeah. I've never been. I've seen them play in Nashville, but I've never been to Thompson Bowl and Run. We'll have to make that trip sometime.
Yeah, man, we gotta make that happen, Rick.
Yeah, I'd love to. Hey, listen, I'm gonna get off here and let you guys go. Appreciate you. Listen to you every day.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you so much, man. It's good to meet you this football season too. Yeah, we're gonna go to the text box. It was only a matter of time before this was gonna be brought up on the show, and so we will discuss. Big Willie style says, did you guys mention or see the Vols made PTI yesterday? Pardon the interruption on ESPN due to the work Spire Sports Group. Big Willie style says, I kind of don't want our work on blast like that. We'll talk about it, man. We'll talk about it when we come back from break. It's hard to ignore and not discuss. We will take a quick time out and we'll have a conversation about it. Swain Event, fueled by Denim Barbecue.
The conversation doesn't stop when the show is over. Follow the Swain Event on Twitter and like the show on Facebook.
Fellas, when it's time to freshen up that wardrobe, there's only one play to make, and that's to go see my friends at Mark Nelson Denim in downtown Knoxville. Find the latest in small batch denim in the heart of Knoxville. Denim isn't all they do though. Mark Nelson also does custom suiting and blazers. Let your personal style shine with Mark Nelson. If you don't have time to go shopping for yourself but still want that fresh look, then sign up for the MN Society. Let the experts handle the shopping and get $300 worth of merchandise for just $150 every other month. That's 6 times per year to keep you looking styling every day. Let Mark Nelson Denim help you be the best you, because when you look good, you feel good. Go to marknelsondenim.com. When you start your own business, you know that branding can make or break a new venture. That's why Swain Event relies on 42nd Street. 42nd Street is a strategy agency focused on finding creative, open-minded, results-driven solutions to brand design. After over a decade of operations in East Tennessee, the brand architects at 42nd Street have the experience and creative know-how to ensure the success of your business branding, logo, web presence, and more. To see a real-life example of their amazing work, you can check out our website at swainevent.com. Don't trust the branding of your business to just anyone. Check out my friends at 42nd Street online at 42st.com or give them a call at 865-382-7007. 42nd Street, brand, strategy, design.
More and more Tennessee businesses are switching to Iris Networks for reliable, local, high-quality, high-speed business fiber internet. Iris provides direct internet access from 10 megs to 10 gigs with no payments for 90 days. Iris also offers next-generation business phones with work-from-anywhere capability from the mobile or laptop app. With local sales, support, and service, Iris is a partner in the community. Learn more at irisnetworkusa.com or call 865-448-IRIS. Iris Networks, a Tennessee business connecting Tennessee businesses.
Litter is a big problem in Tennessee, but together we can do big things. We can make our cities, our waterways, our roads cleaner and safer. The Tennessee Department of Transportation is committed to reducing litter in our communities, but we need your help to do it. There are over 100 million pieces of litter in our roads at any given time, and it costs TDOT about $19 million a year just to clean it up. The first step to keeping Tennessee beautiful is to rally behind these 3 simple words. Nobody trashes Tennessee. Join the Nobody Trashes Tennessee movement at nobodytrashestennessee.com.
I know missing the show live is a bummer, but don't fret. You can catch up on the podcast posted daily on the app, online, and on iTunes.
Awesome!
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Denim Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Denim makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Denim Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. There is no better restaurant in town to enjoy the madness of March with. Cheer on the Vols and the Lady Vols with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss PRP, platelet-rich plasma. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
Good to be back, Jason. We specialize in non-surgical orthopedics, so we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints, including rotator cuff injuries, knee injuries, and elbow and foot problems by using ultrasound-guided injections with PRP. And this form of treatment helps stimulate the body's own reparative process and assist in the healing of damaged tissue.
Doc, what makes your training different than others?
I've been practicing in Knoxville for over 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. They've been the leader in this form of treatment since 1983. I also teach this form of treatment on a national and international basis to other physicians, residents, and medical students. Here in our clinic, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own PRP, which are concentrated platelets, to treat your injury. So in other words, Jason, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Do what the pros, college athletes, and I have done, and visit them online at trsportsmedicine.com. Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, East Tennessee's leader in PRP therapy. If you're coming to Knoxville and need a place to stay, do yourself a favor and book a room at Hampton Inn Paper Mill, also known as the Hampton on the Hill. This award-winning property is literally in the top 5% of all Hampton Inn properties. The GM, Stephen Lawrence, is a good old local boy who grew up in the business around Knoxville. He and his staff are always available, always willing to help, and will go above and beyond for their guests. The newest Hampton Inn in Knoxville has clean, affordable rooms, flat screens, fridges, and microwaves in every room. Plus, breakfast is included in every rate. Not to mention, there's also a pool and fitness center on site. If it wasn't so close to amazing restaurants, bars, and shopping, you would never want to leave. At only 6 miles from campus, you're still right in where the big orange action is. Go to HamptonInn.com, search Knoxville, and book your room at the Hampton Inn Paper Mill, or call 865-693-5400.
I know missing the show live is a bummer, but don't fret. You can catch up on the podcast posted daily on the app, online, and on iTunes.
Awesome!
Hour 2 here on Swain Event, brought to you by Action 247, Tennessee's only legal sports book. Today's promotion is for hockey. Bet $30 on a parlay plus 200 or greater odds, and you will receive a free $10 bet. That is Action 247. Remember a couple weeks ago, probably like a month and a half ago, there was all this unrest and nervousness, and you had radio hosts and bloggers had y'all all scared and worried about the NIL. Tennessee was behind and wasn't doing anything, and da-da-da-da-da. folks was questioning what we were doing, and I was like, guys, no one's being left behind. It's a good thing that you don't know. It's a good thing that it's not on the front page. It's not, being advertised. Sometimes you don't want to move like that. And that's my preference. Well, we had that conversation. We tried to help folks kind of stop and think and put the dots together. And some folks were like, okay, I see it. We good now. All right. We haven't seen much complaining or doubt about what Tennessee is doing with NIL. When I say Tennessee, it's not Tennessee. It's third-party collectives, groups handling the NIL with Tennessee in mind. There's all these questions, man, all this doubt. And now, The Athletic did a sit-down with Spire Sports Group talking about what Tennessee should be able to do. About our fans, about our support, our support systems, like what we should be able to do. And it's so easy for things to be like twisted and misconstrued, and like I'm over here Saturday Down South, and like this article talks about Hendon Hooker, a millionaire. Tennessee's NIL company reveals details for Vols quarterback deal. And like in the article it says like, per Spire, the plan is to get Hooker's NIL deal into the millions. You look at the quote. It was never said that Tennessee was trying to get Hooker into the millions. Never said that. It says, we feel like the quarterback at Tennessee can make as much money as anywhere in the country. If you go out and replicate the season Hendon Hooker just had, there's no reason why at the end of the day, in deals we do and other companies do or national brands, the quarterback at Tennessee shouldn't make 7 figures a year. It didn't say, we are actively trying to get Hendon Hooker $1 million deal. It didn't say that. Like, it did not say that. I think the message is Tennessee is one of the best places to benefit from the NIL. That was the message, or the attempt to get that across. I think they got that across, but in doing so, you get folks who are not able to quote people correctly. You get, Jay Billis tweeting about Tennessee's NIL efforts, and Jay Billis is all on board. He has been for years and years and years. But then you also get, ESPN, PTI talking about what we all know, which is, all right, NIL we used to recruit. And so my question to you, especially the folks that had worries and doubted that Tennessee was doing anything, and listening to other folks with the mic in their face, or a blog had y'all scared, feeling like Tennessee was behind, FOMO, fear of missing out. Is this better for you? Because Big Willie on the text box, Big Willie style is like, I don't think I like that. I don't think I want our work on blast. I don't think I want us to be discussed like that. Like, no. Like, people are just assuming with Texas A&M because they went out and brought in the #1 class. But, like, no one has been on record from A&M saying, yeah, this is what we're doing. This is what we can do. This is what we want to do. I think Spire's done an awesome job. I think the work that they put in, like, y'all don't really understand and know. Like, they put in so much work, travel so many miles, so many hours to bring people together that love Tennessee. There has been so many coaches since Johnny Majors, and that's probably the worst of our fan base of boosters and donors being fractured. And all the coaches that have come in after Johnny Majors, there's been different groups here and there. This is the first time in a long time that you got more folks on the same page. And a lot of that credit goes to Spire and what they've done. Don't get me wrong, man. They've been awesome. They've been great. My preference is to move in silence. You know, I'm kind of like Snoop, man. I'm kind of a gangster, in case you didn't know that. In case you couldn't tell, you know, I do gangster things. But I prefer to kind of move in silence. That's my preference. But just because it's my preference doesn't mean like what's going on is wrong or anything. But that's just how that's what I prefer. I'm with you, Big Willie style. My question is like, all right, how y'all feel now that it's like, all right, it's on ESPN, PTI. Athletic has a story about it. Jay Billis tweeting about it. Champagne said that's a sales pitch to Nico. The Tennessee quarterback should get a 7-figure deal. Yeah, but
Nico already knew that.
Nico knew that. You can call Nico on the phone. Nico's fully aware of what Tennessee can do.
I'm with you and Big Willie style. Like I in some ways, yes, this is good publicity. I'm not denying that, but I would rather move in silence, like you said. I would rather other schools, not know the way we are doing things, because there are far more schools who have not figured it out than there are schools who have figured it out. And despite what the other folks in Knoxville wanted to try and tell y'all, that Tennessee had no idea what it was doing, Tennessee figured it out months ago.
Yep.
So I don't really like giving the blueprint to several schools who have not figured it out yet. That was kind of my thought process. Again, I do recognize that I do think it's good pub for Tennessee because recruits will see this. But also, on the other hand of me saying that, like we mentioned a moment ago, like recruits already know this.
Yeah, you know that when you talk on the phone.
Yes.
With them. And
Spire sits down and talks to players. So and potential recruits. So
well, the players on our team, you know, they deal with Spire, and they get their deals based on what they have done and their marketability, and it's not anything for the players on our football team to talk to the recruits. So like that's it's pretty easy for a recruit to know that. If they want to find the information about Tennessee's NIL deal, it's not hard to find the information and gather that information. If they feel like that's a big part of their decision, that's not hard at all. Inspire, it's not like you can't go on the website and kind of see what we're doing.
Vaudeville says it perfectly.
You got Twitter. So a school can kind of look at what Tennessee is doing and try to duplicate it. But like, there's a difference between doing that and then it being on the list of topics on PTL ESPN. Like, yeah, I mean, I would prefer not to be there. But if you have crossed your T's, you've dotted your I's, which Spire has done, it's legal, right? You can have players make money off their name, image, and likeness. There's a lot of schools out here that's messy and sloppy with it, and they don't get themselves in trouble. For me, Tennessee is still not out the woods, though, the NCAA, and the case is still open. The NCAA folks are still here. You know, like when they open up a case against you, like they in your city. They in your city. What was that intro? What's that the hype music for College Game Day? In your city. In your city. The NCAA is in your city. Like, folks move to Knoxville. They camp out. And they don't leave until the case is absolutely closed. So that's the thing that kind of, makes you a little nauseous. But like, the T's are dotted, the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted.
That don't make me nauseous, honestly.
It's set up in a way that it's
legal,
and
yeah.
So like
that don't make me nervous.
But still,
because of that.
you still don't want folks,
Yeah,
looking for a reason.
But are they looking for a reason, or are they trying to wrap up the Jeremy Pruitt crap? The NCAA.
I mean, you don't know, but you just, for me, I prefer to just move in silence. But Vaudeville, you said something that Vaudeville said on the text.
I just think he sums it up perfectly. Like the kind of publicity we get from this, we were getting from recruits talking to each other without the rest of the world knowing.
Yeah,
that's spot on, and that's how I prefer it.
Yeah, me too.
So I mean, again, it's not a bad thing for Tennessee to get this kind of publicity. I mean, I said it after the Jimbo Fisher rant on signing day. Like, just lean into it, Jimbo. Just lean into it. So that's the next wave of recruits. They know what they can get NIL wise, because that's what these kids are making their decisions based off for the most part now anyways. So just lean into it. Lean into the fact that your NIL took care of your recruiting class. It's legal. So just lean into it. So like there's a part of me that thinks, okay, well, this is really out publicly now, and recruits really know that, hey, I can go to Tennessee and I can get a bag legally. There is some benefit to that, but again, I would just prefer to move in silence, work in silence, and mainly just not give other people the blueprint. That's my biggest gripe or fear is that just other schools who have not figured it out, this is going to help them figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my whole thing. But man, Spire's doing a great job. It's the reason why people want to talk to him. The way it's set up, and I think it also teaches our players too. Instead of just giving them money, there's a process that takes place that educates these players and prepares them for the real world and kind of what to do with their money and how important it is to keep the main thing. But a lot of people wanted this. You wanted it out in public so you can feel better. Hope you do. Hour 3 coming up.
Hour 3 of the Swain Event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Voted Best Barbecue in City View Magazine and a top 100 barbecue restaurant in the country, Dead End is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering and local delivery with Valet Gourmet. That's right, you can have Dead End brought to you. Can't think of the spread for your next event? Get Dead End to cater it. Check them out online, deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
At Iris Networks, we know that business communication solutions are critical to your success. Since 1998, we've been helping businesses in East Tennessee by providing reliable and affordable high-speed fiber internet and voice solutions. That's why Iris Networks is your Tennessee communications partner. With internet speeds up to 100 gigs and work from anywhere solutions like mobile apps, video conferencing, and file sharing, we make sure you can stay connected to your customers and great communities we live and work in. Iris Networks, because just like you, Tennessee is our home.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm, let us help. Litter is a big problem in Tennessee, but together we can do big things. We can make our cities, our waterways, our roads cleaner and safer. The Tennessee Department of Transportation is committed to reducing litter in our communities, but we need your help to do it. There are over 100 million pieces of litter in our roads at any given time, and it costs TDOT about $19 million a year just to clean it up. The first step to keeping Tennessee beautiful is to rally behind these 3 simple words. Nobody trashes Tennessee. Join the Nobody Trashes Tennessee movement at nobodytrashestennessee.com. Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm, let us help. JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Don't remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy. Attaboy is brought to you by Made in Tennessee Business Fiber Internet from Iris Networks. Find business solutions for you at irisnetworksusa.com.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Denim Barbecue. This time for Attaboy, where we highlight good stories, positivity. Irish Networks, business, fiber, internet, and voice brings us happiness this morning. And man, we're giving out some flowers, and it's not even Valentine's Day anymore. We've been giving out flowers before Valentine's Day, but certainly we have some flowers to give out today. And Ben, who do you have on Attaboy today?
VFL Justin Gatlin, who, according to the Tennessee Track and Field Twitter account, yesterday, Justin Gatlin announced that he is retiring. He is retiring. The American sprinter had one heck of a run. See what I did there?
I see what you did there.
One heck of a run. And he's hanging up the spikes, and quite the career. Retires at 40 years old. Won 9 gold medals. When you look at the Olympic Games,
go back and say that one part again. Say that part at the beginning again.
Which part?
At the very beginning.
VFL.
Keep going.
Justin Gatlin.
Keep going.
I don't know what.
Retires at the age of what?
40.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it is incredible what he was doing in the later stages of his career, and that he's retiring at 40. To be the fastest man in the world, one of the fastest men in the world, in your late 30s, mid 30s, pretty incredible. Competed in the 60 meters, the 100 meters, and 200 meters. 2004 Olympic champion in the 100 meters. The 2005 and 2017 world champion in the 100 meters. 05 world champion in the 200 meters. 19 world champion in the 4x100 meters relay. I mean, it just goes on and on. His Wikipedia page just goes on and on and on. 2003, 2012 world indoor champion in the 60 meters. 5-time Olympic medalist and a 12-time world championship medalist. And when you combine all of those, 9 gold medals between Olympic Games, World Championships, World Indoor Championships, and World Athletics relays. But at the Olympics, the main thing, 5 medals over his career, including 1 gold medal in the 100 meters at the 2004 Olympics.
Crazy, man.
Personal best of 9.74 seconds in the 100 meter, ranks 5th all time. He had an incredible career.
Bounced back, man. Bounced back from some adversity. Was suspended. He was suspended. Got to mention that.
Is it? I was more so giving you the side eye at the adversity. Is it?
It's still adversity.
Self-inflicted adversity.
Still adversity.
You're right. It is, but self-inflicted adversity.
Yeah, for sure. But to go through that and then to basically go right back to the point where you were, if not be better than that point, that's very commendable, man. That's very impressive.
It is, for sure.
Like, we've seen folks be accused of things, be suspended, and for substances and that people look at as being performance enhancing, and they don't just bounce back and be better like that. Justin Gatlin he came back and beat Usain Bolt.
Mm-hmm.
So, not the pristine, perfect resume as far as when it comes to doping and all that, but still, like, 40 years old and you come back and you are better. That's remarkable. So, attaboy to Justin Gatlin, man. That's amazing. That is amazing. It really is. That's a good attaboy.
Now we just need Christian Coleman to get it together and carry on the torch.
I know, right? I know. We need, man. We need the track program and the football program to lock arms, man, because that's when Tennessee is at its best, when guys are coming here for track and want to play football as well, doing that. That's when we are at our best. I remember the good old days, You know, Jay Wade, Jonathan Wade, man, that's big reason why he came to Tennessee, track program. And the fact that guys like Leonard Scott and Jabari Greer played football and ran track.
Did you come to Tennessee to run track and play football?
Nope. No, sir. No, sir, man.
You could have done the shot put though, right?
What event could I have done? Long jump. How about that? Do the long jump. Or the javelin. I can do the javelin.
Hurdles.
Yeah, man. Hey, no hurdles, man. No hurdles. I can't even with that bum.
What about pole
NCL.
jumping?
Oh, the pole vault? Nah.
Pole vault?
Nah. Probably javelin.
What about cross country?
Throwing that heat. Cross country? Nah, man. Boy, you know that ain't what we do.
What do you mean we?
That ain't what we do. Receivers, football players. That ain't what we do. You thought I was talking about black folks?
Yep.
Oh, they do. Hey, them Kenyans, boy. That's all they do. So I wasn't gonna say that.
Oh, I wasn't expecting.
They still running. I done went to the store. I done went grocery shopping. Came back. He's still running.
He was running.
He's still running. My goodness. Javelin. That's what I came in for.
Javelin or the shot put?
I ain't strong enough to do shot put, man. Have you ever seen dudes walk around here that do the shot put?
Oh yeah.
They look like centers. They look like they're on the wrestling team in heavyweight division. It's some big old boys. Offensive, defensive linemen. I remember we had a guy that was competing for the Olympics, and he was training in the indoor facility for the shot put. And I thought he was like a JUCO O-line D lineman coming in. To be honest, he was built like Jesse Mahalona. R.I.P. Jesse. But we got to get that back going. Track program.
Track program has been good the last couple of years.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. Like bringing in guys that do both. Bring that speed back. Leonard Scott, Jay Wade, Jabari Greer. That's what I'm talking about.
Put Dylan Sampson over there.
Hey.
Put Jalen Hyde over there. His skinny self.
No, Jalen need to worry about playing receiver first. Yeah, you got to be the number 2 guy. He ain't need to worry about track.
I know.
We can focus on.
I know you really want him to be the number 2 guy because right now it's Ramel Keaton, baby.
I'm gonna fight you. I'm going to fight you. Jason from the Borough says, so we can expect some big-time transfers after the spring then, right? Since the NIL is so solid. I hope so. Well, I mean.
I think that's a fair expectation.
I think it also, there's some things that need to happen before we can expect that. What if there's not even anybody good at worth the big NIL deal in the transfer portal?
That's fair.
Like Isaiah Nayor was worth it. But I don't know if Brew McCoy, when that thing gets wrapped up, his case there at USC, I don't know if he's going to warrant the same type of deal just based on what happened at USC, and that's unfortunate because like if you're innocent, but still like that's kind of part of like the marketing, how that stuff works.
But he's still going to get a little something.
He should, yeah, no doubt, because he's a damn good player. But like,
you just get him on sale.
I think, yeah. Correct. I do think there's this thought that like there's all this big time talent in the transfer portal, and that's just not the case. It's top heavy with a few guys, and then that's them dudes in there for a reason. But them guys in the portal are in there for a reason. So not everybody is Caleb Williams or Gibbs from Georgia Tech that went to Alabama. Not everybody's like that. So it just depends on who's in there. We expect there to be some players in there when they leave, when they finish up spring. We expect to be some good players in there. And Jason, if Tennessee has a need, I expect Tennessee to be a big time player.
It's just not black or white. Like
I wish it was.
Yeah, me too. But it's not. There's a lot that goes into the transfer portal. What a star ranking out of high school may have been, may not be what a coach agrees with. A school may not think that the player that is transferring, that was a 4 or 5 star coming out of high school, is any good. Now, publicly, we may not know that. So we think, man, why is Tennessee not going after that kid? He's a 4-star coming out. He's a 5-star coming out. He's a 4-star to Auburn. We need defensive linemen. Why are we not going after that kid? Well, Tennessee doesn't think that he's very good. Like there's a lot of things that go on that necessarily information that we aren't privy to. And there's also, we talked about this, Swain, that just because you have money doesn't mean that you're just automatically going to get kids. You have to also prove yourself on the football field as well. You have to have both to really have success in the transfer portal.
There's a player or two that I can think of. I'm not gonna say names or anything, but like his name was mentioned with Tennessee. NIL money was a part of the process for him and was one of the drivers for him. Tennessee just wasn't trying to pay him that type of money. Just because you have it don't mean you're willing to pay anybody and everybody. There has to be some type of balance. And a quarterback coming in or a certain player coming in without any issues around them, without any liabilities around them, yeah, I mean, probably going to get paid more. But a player that comes in with some baggage, they ain't the same. So people will automatically assume that, oh, man, he got outbid it. It was a choice. That also plays into it as well. So people need to understand that too.
Yes. Jason says, y'all were saying we weren't getting anybody in the portal because we had a numbers crunch. Now it's because there aren't any good players left. No, we're not saying that. We're just saying it's not black or white. Like, Tennessee is going to get transfers after spring, but we don't know what those players are going to be. Like, they may not be the players that just are sexy to fans. Because right now, I mean, they're evaluating a couple of guys, but it's like a Western Kentucky offensive tackle and a safety from Middle Tennessee State and like players like that right now that's not going to really turn anybody on a whole lot. Like, Tennessee is going to use its NIL when it feels necessary, and they are going to add players after the spring.
Y'all were saying we weren't getting anybody in the portal because we had a numbers crunch. Now it's because we aren't any players left. So no, that was not said. What was said about the numbers crunch was that when you compare us to LSU, when you compare us to South Carolina, when you compare us to teams that are bringing in 5, 6, 7 transfers, and there's fans who are wondering why we're not doing the same thing, while we're just sitting on the sideline, while we're getting out recruited. Oh my! I mean, there's freaking transfer portal rankings now. Like, when you see that and you wonder what Tennessee is doing, it's not because Tennessee can't bring in anybody. It's because Tennessee can't bring in the same numbers as those schools. They had numbers to bring in 1 or 2, which is why they did go after Isaiah Nayor, which is why they did go after Jared Verse. It did not work out. So, but you had the numbers to bring in a small number. You swung, didn't work out. Cool. Like, there's other options. After the spring, the numbers open up, so now you can go take 5 or 6 guys from the portal if you need to. But what has to happen is you need to have some players who are also worthy enough to be taken. You don't want to overreach and take some guys that will come here and be like, Who was the transfer running back from Michigan State we brought in?
Mondre London.
Yeah, you don't want to go out and bring a Mondre London or a Killer Chris. You don't want to do that.
Because no offense, but they provided nothing.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. So you just don't want to swing and miss. We can't afford to. So to sit here and be like, yeah, we're gonna get a bunch of players out of the portal after the spring is over. Yeah and no. You can, because you can now
have spots.
You have spots. You will have spots, but you just don't know who's going to go in there. Now, I've also said, and I'll stand by what I said, is that you will be naive and crazy to think that there's not some type of communication going on between players and schools before a player gets into the portal through, third party. You'd be crazy not to think that. Because if I'm a player, I'm not getting into the portal unless I know that I'm going to have a market. I'm not leaving a job until I know I have a new job. So just because someone is in the portal, or someone is not in the portal, does not mean that you can't possibly get that player if you feel like you have a spot for them. So the situation is just so fluid. I know as a human, man, I love absolutes. I love this is why math is great. It's because there's one answer. There's no wiggle room. Like some subjects in class, technically, but it just depends. Math is, 1 + 1 is always 2. Always. It's never not a time where 1 + 1 is 2. Always. And I know people like that. Like they want to know, definitively, this is going to happen if we do this. Life will be so much easier. It would be so great. If you had those absolutes, but they're not absolutes when it comes to this.
Yes,
it's a great area. So.
And that's what I was trying to explain, and Swain was as well. Just because you have the NIL money doesn't mean automatic success in the portal.
Doesn't mean it. It just gives you a really good chance.
Yes.
It gives you a chance to get an Isaiah Nayor. Unless the kid is from an hour away from Austin and his family needs to be close to see their son play. That was just a crazy situation right there. But you are prepared if you need to be. So we did get somebody. We got an offensive lineman from Florida,
Gerald
Jeremy Mincy, Gerald, who is who's been here, who's training.
Maybe you're starting right tackle.
Yeah. So you've gotten people, and
you had Nayor, but that was out of Tennessee's control. That Tennessee did nothing wrong. In Isaiah Nayor. He needed to be closer to home, so he went to Texas, 45 minutes to an hour down the road. And I do think it's fair, though, to increase your expectations when it comes to the portal solely because of NIL. And I think that's the same case with just the regular old recruiting class. You have more resources. You should do better. I do think it's fair to expect more given where Tennessee stands with the NIL. But, again, it's just not that black and white. It's not that cut and dry. I wish it was, but it's not, because I want to hear your thoughts on this, Wayne. It feels like there's a big gap in players in the portal. There's the bona fide stars that enter the portal. This year it's Caleb Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, the running back from Georgia Tech that went to Alabama, Elias Ricks, the corner that went from LSU to Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Jermaine Burton, I don't know that he's a star, but he's a really good player, going from Georgia, the receiver, to Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
You've had some players go to LSU as well. There's a gap between those players, the Jared Verses going to Florida State, the Isaiah Nayors going to Texas. There's a gap between those type of players in the portal and the other players that are in the portal that are leaving because they weren't getting playing time, or even if they do enter the portal because of a lack of playing time, they're having to transfer down from a Power 5 school to a non-Power 5 school, or transfer from FBS to FCS. Like, to me, there's a gap in
I agree.
type of players. And with that second group of players that I just mentioned, like, Tennessee doesn't need to bring those type of guys in, because they're not gonna bridge the gap. They're not gonna help your football team. The players that Tennessee should be able to go get with this NIL money is guys like Isaiah Nayor and Jahmyr Gibbs and Jermaine Burton and Caleb Williams. I mean, the bona fide studs that are going into the portal. But that's when you also need to have your ducks in a row when it comes to simply the football side of things, because it's nice to have all this money to offer and it's on par with everybody else. But if you are a stud running back, a stud receiver, a stud corner, and you're down to Tennessee and Alabama, and both teams are essentially offering you the same amount of NIL money, which school are you going to pick? You're going to pick Alabama, because on the football side of things, history tells you that you're going to be developed, you're going to have a chance to win a championship, and they're going to get you to the league. So Tennessee needs to take that step on the football field as well, to kind of pair it with the NIL money that it has to deal out to really make an impact in the portal.
And Alabama, man, they also have the luxury of saying, you ain't get nothing until you do something. Because I do know
Yes.
that they're doing that. Like,
because the player needs Alabama more than Alabama needs the player.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that's not the case yet with Tennessee. We talked about this several weeks ago. You need both to have success in the portal. You need to have your ducks in a row NIL wise, and you need to be able to go to these players that are transferring and say, you can come here for a year, ball out, and you'll be in the league. You can come here for 2 years, ball out, we'll develop you, we'll get you to the league. You need to be able to do both to have true success in the portal realm and to stand out within the portal. And Tennessee's on its way under Josh Heupel, and I think that they'll get there, but they're not there yet. So Tennessee's kind of in that middle range and in between types of player that it can bring in. It doesn't need to bring in these players that are entering the portal because they're not good enough to play at the school they're transferring from, or they're not getting the playing time at the school that they're transferring from because they're not good enough. They don't need to bring in those type of players just for the sake of bringing in players, but they also haven't necessarily reached that point to where they're going to bring in the best of the best out of the portal either. They got to find a way to bridge that gap.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Tennessee, you want guys that you feel like will be starters for you. At very minimum, second team, adding depth in key places. And I'm with you, Jason, from the borough. A linebacker, please.
Please.
Please, a linebacker. A defender, please.
And a receiver. Because I'm not trying to see Ramel Keaton as a starting outside receiver.
Well, stop bringing him up then as a starting outside receiver then and try to get under my skin.
Well, it's under my skin too. I've wrapped my head around that possibility if Tennessee doesn't bring anybody in.
Man, we good. That ain't gonna happen.
But to go back and answer Jason's initial question, Tennessee will be bringing in recruits in the spring. They will be. Transfers in the spring, I should say, not just simply recruits, but they'll bring in transfers after spring practice. Before fall camp, Tennessee will have added a handful of transfers. I guess I was just kind of speaking to, don't get your hopes up on it being the Jahmyr Gibbs, Elias Ricks, Jermaine Burton, Caleb Williams type of players, because I don't know how many of those guys are going to be available at that point. It's going to be guys who are trying to transfer up, all conference players at Western Kentucky, MTSU, all conference players at those type of schools that probably deserve a shot at a Power 5 school. It's going to be trying to identify those type of guys and getting them in the boat. But I also think that there will be a surprise transfer or two in terms of who enters the portal and then Tennessee pursues. And no, I don't have anybody in mind. I'm just speaking. I mean, no Nobody really thought Joe Milton was going to be available. So there will be big-name guys. My guess is that there will be at least a handful of big-name guys that enter the portal, and Tennessee will chase, and hopefully they can land some. I just think at that point in the year, it's going to be more guys that Tennessee is really going to have to evaluate the film and essentially give that player a shot to make it at the SEC level. And that's okay.
Yeah,
we've seen it pay off.
Just wait till after the spring where guys graduate and have opportunity to be grad transfers, where guys want to finish their academic year but know they don't want to play at the place that they're at, but they're just waiting until after the spring. So we're going to see another wave here in a few weeks, and hopefully there's some really, really good players there that's available for Tennessee to upgrade at key positions: offensive line, tackles, receiver, linebacker, edge rusher,
many needs.
Secondary.
It's like you need defenders.
Yep.
But then you look on offense and you need to get Cedric Tillman a running mate. That's why I would not touch running back. In a perfect world, yeah, you'd like to add a dynamic running back if possible. But Jabari Small, basketball mode, forgive me.
Oh, man, you don't even know his name, Ben. You don't even know his name.
This is right. That means I can't ever talk about running backs again.
You don't even know Jabari Small's name. I'm messing with Jason from the bro.
I know.
You're trying to give us crap that I said
what you call
Jeremy
him?
Mincy instead of Gerald Mincy.
You were thinking of Jeremy Banks.
Yeah, I was thinking of Jeremy Mincy because he is a player in the NFL.
Yes.
But man, come on, man. You don't know Jabari Small?
Well, we had the conversation about Jabari Smith earlier in the show. But like Jabari Small and Jalen Wright, I think Justin Williams as well, maybe a little bit of Laneith Whitehead, like they can get the job done at running back this year. You may not be dynamic at the position, but you'll be perfectly fine, especially when you have so many needs elsewhere. Like to me, it's a bad GM move, a bad personnel move to add a running back when you're somewhat squared away at that position, when you have so many positions where you're not squared away on the defensive side of the ball and even on offense at receiver. Unless it's Adrian Peterson or Bo Jackson or Herschel Walker, like there's no need to take a running back. There's not.
You should be good.
Like, and I almost don't know if unless it's a stud offensive tackle, like is the Vanderbilt offensive tackle Tyler Steen, I think is his name. I mean, is he really that big of an upgrade over Gerald Mincy and Dane Davis and Jeremiah Crawford that you take a spot away from a defensive player coming in?
Good time to take a break, Ben. We'll do that. Hour 3, powered by Low T Center and lowtcenter.com.
Hour 3 of the Swain Event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Don't miss Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union's President's Day special. Take advantage of these incredible rates. We're offering auto, recreational, and refinancing loans as low as 1.90% APR. This amazing rate is only available from February 14th through the 25th. You don't want to miss this limited time offer because after the 25th, rates will go back up. Apply in branch or online at atfcu.com. Get this rate before it's gone and celebrate President's Day with incredible savings. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union is here to help bring your dreams within reach. So, if you're looking for financing for a new vehicle or looking to finance a home improvement project, ATFCU is here with a variety of affordable loan options that bring your dreams to life. Don't miss this opportunity. Sign up during our President's Day special and get a loan for as low as 1.90% APR. Take advantage of these incredible rates. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union is the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. An equal housing lender annual percentage rate. Terms and conditions apply, subject to credit approval. The rate you qualify for is determined by your creditworthiness.
When you start your own business, you know that branding can make or break a new venture. That's why Swain Event relies on 42nd Street. 42nd Street is a strategy agency focused on finding creative, open-minded, results-driven solutions to brand design. After over a decade of operations in East Tennessee, the brand architects at 42nd Street have the experience and creative know-how to ensure the success of your business branding, logo, web presence, and more. To see a real-life example of their amazing work, you can check out our website at swainevent.com. Don't trust the branding of your business to just anyone. Check out my friends at 42nd Street online at 42st.com or give them a call at 865-382-7007. 42nd Street, brand, strategy, design. Fellas, when it's time to freshen up that wardrobe, there's only one play to make, and that's to go see my friends at Mark Nelson Denim in downtown Knoxville. Find the latest in small batch denim in the heart of Knoxville. Denim isn't all they do though. Mark Nelson also does custom suiting and blazers. Let your personal style shine with Mark Nelson. If you don't have time to go shopping for yourself but still want that fresh look, then sign up for the NN Society. Let the experts handle the shopping and get $300 worth of merchandise for just $150 every other month. That's 6 times per year to keep you looking styling every day. Let Mark Nelson Denim help you be the best you, because when you look good, you feel good. Go to marknelsondenim.com.
Good morning, Swain Event crew. The new year is here and it's the 2022 East Tennessee real estate season. As I always do, I'm going to shoot straight with you. If you have a home to sell, then you need to give me a call ASAP. Inventory is low and I will get you the most money possible and more than you think trying to sell it on your own. If you are a seller that also needs to buy a home, you need to call me ASAP, as there are ways I can help you manage that situation and stay in your home until we find what you want. If you are looking to buy, you need to call me ASAP. You absolutely need someone on your side to help navigate the current waters, and you need someone that's going to do their homework and find homes that aren't on the market yet. Bottom line, you need to call me today ASAP. Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty, 865-257-7897. If you are buying, selling, or considering investing in real estate this year, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com. I hope to hear from you soon, and go Vols!
JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
If you want to get in on the conversation, call the Iris Networks hotline at 865-200-5503. Grow your business with Iris Networks high-speed fiber internet. IrisNetworksUSA.com.
Let's get to the phones. Iris Networks hotline. Hour 3 is powered by Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Reinventing men's healthcare. Let's get to Justin. Justin, good morning, sir.
Hey, how you guys doing this morning?
Wonderful. Justin in Florida.
Yeah, it's actually we're got really nice weather down here.
I don't care.
You guys need to come down and visit.
It's actually been pretty decent weather in Knoxville the last 5 or 6 days. Once it gets to the middle of the day, it's been really cold in the morning. Wasn't today. It was in the 50s this morning.
It's beautiful this morning.
But the last couple of days, it's been real nice in the middle of the day. High 50s, low 60s, nothing but sun.
63 right now.
Now, it's supposed to drop off a little bit this weekend. Just in time for baseball because, of course.
That's going to be nice.
Of course.
Must have gone back up a little bit.
Man, nothing worse than hitting when it's really, really cold, right, Ben?
Nothing. You get one on the end of the bat, whole bat vibrates, or one in on the shaft, in on your hands.
Oof, the worst. Anyway,
yeah, man.
Real quick. I definitely think that they may look to bring in another tackle because, looking at the long-term, kind of prospects, it seems like, we've got a lot of good guards and probably could use some depth because I think if Darnell Wright had another good year, we could see him gone the following year. And, I think from a safety standpoint, it'd be nice to have someone else that could step in and play with Mincy that following year. But I guess my question is, what do you guys see as sort of the breakdown? Because, looking at the math, and Swain, I appreciate your comment about, the 1 + 1 = 2, and, the math is, sort of easy to see. What do you think the breakdown will be? Do you think it's going to be an even split offense defense, or do you think it's the guys they bring in is going to be more heavily weighted towards defense? Because I personally would like to see them bring in, 1 or 2 wide receivers, potentially another running back if you had the room. But we also need an interior defensive lineman, an outside pass rusher, an inside linebacker, corner, safety. So what do you guys see as the sort of breakdown of the numbers? And I'm going to hang up and listen. You guys take care.
Yeah, I'm pulling up trying to pull up the spring roster. They don't want to pull up the spring roster for me. Justin, sounds like you forgot about defense, huh?
I'm getting a receiver, and then I'm going all in on defense. I would go get 2 receivers in a perfect world, but I don't think a perfect world is going to exist this offseason. I just don't think that they'll have the room to go get a second receiver. But I would go get one on offense, and then all the other numbers are going to defense. You can get by with what you have at tight end, running back, offensive line, quarterback. You can get by.
Yeah, I would feel more comfortable with another tackle. I would feel comfortable with one wide receiver. But if you have the ability, if you got 2 studs who are like, hey, we want to come there, can you tell them no?
No.
You got to make that work.
Right.
But I'm with you. I think there should be more players from the portal on defense than at offense. But I do agree that there's some holes at wide receiver that I think people are not accounting for. They're based their opinion on potential.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one dude who actually has done anything at wide receiver coming back.
Yep.
One. So I think receiver is certainly an area you need to address. There's opportunity. Man, there's a ton of opportunities for somebody to step in and get 70 balls that Velus Jones is leaving behind.
And Javonte Payton.
Yeah, the touchdowns. He got we had 7 catches for 7 touchdowns on the year.
Yeah, it seems like it.
But there's an opportunity for somebody to get those touchdowns and catches where Payton and Jones left. There's an opportunity. But if you're just a fan and you just off faith hoping that this guy or that guy can step in, that's not good enough.
Well, and here's the other thing. Cody Burns has not proved yet that he can develop young receivers. I mean, he took over a veteran laden group and Valus and Cedric and Javante, and he certainly deserves credit for helping Valus take that next step this past season. Cedric take the big step that he took this past season, and Javante being the most productive of any season that he played in college football. He deserves credit for that. But in terms of taking a youngster that is really wet behind the ears, he has yet to prove that he can develop that young, wet behind the ears receiver into a reliable SEC receiver. And, I mean, that's partly because Cody Burns is so young. I mean, he hasn't been coaching for a very long time. So we'll see what happens. But you just can't bank on some of these guys that have potential just balling out this year.
Yep, that's fair.
And I feel like there's a lot of that going on, like you said.
Yep, a lot of hope. A lot of hope. But if you are coaching staff and you're looking at, how you construct your roster, it's about results, what you can do. And I think if you're Tennessee, you have to be open to getting another wide receiver or two. You have to be open to that, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know what Tennessee's number crunch looks like. I don't know exactly how many guys they'll be able to add in the spring. Knowing that number would really help this conversation. But I mean, I almost think you have to go get 2 receivers. Not even in a perfect world can you add 2 receivers. But I mean, I think the whole perfect world conversation applies to running back and tackle, just because other positions are more desperate than those positions.
Yeah, I think protecting Hendon Hooker is more important than a second receiver.
1,000%. But what I'm saying is that I think that you currently have more capable guys at tackle that can possibly do that than you do defensively at certain positions, or even for a second receiver. That's kind of why I say what I say about the tackle spot. It's just you technically have bodies. Now, if you don't think those bodies are going to be any good, then you absolutely go get another offensive tackle. If you think the guys that you have at right tackle that everybody's talking about going in the spring, if you don't think that they can get the job done, you 1,000% go get another tackle. So we'll see how that plays out. But we'll see how many numbers Tennessee has to play with, because here's the other thing about possibly going and getting a second receiver. Maybe you just need to try and bolster up this offense so that the offense carries the defense once again. Yes, you want to make additions to the defense and make the defense better, but at this point, are you really going to be able to make the defense that much better? So why not bolster up the offense and just let the offense carry the defense and until you can have a normal offseason with numbers next year? I think that would be a fair conversation as well.
Well, let's answer a question from Brandon B. This question is directed to you about 4-star receiver Darius Redmond. Is it safe to say UT will not be going after him?
Yes, it is safe to say that, and I'm unaware of anything that you are referencing, Brandon, but Tennessee has not really been pursuing a Darius for a while now, and it's mainly because of his play on the field. And he had a big-time freshman year, from my understanding, and kind of been status quo since then, and did pick up some big-time offers early as a freshman, and that is why he is ranked so highly now. But I don't know that he is going to go somewhere that necessarily reflects what he is ranked, because, again, and he's a good football player, don't get me wrong, but just in terms of speaking to his ranking and Tennessee pursuing him, those early offers built up a lot of hype, and I don't know that the last 2 years have necessarily lived up to that hype. Again, I think it's been kind of status quo since he had that big-time freshman season, and he's a little bit on the smaller side as well. So Tennessee hasn't been truly pursuing him for a while now, and because of just what they see him as a receiver, not necessarily other things.
The receiver on the other side, this is his number is
Aiden
Green. When I did the Powell game early in the season when they played against Maryville, I went to the Powell West game in the playoffs. Yo, that Aiden Green dude was getting it in.
Yeah, he is.
I like him.
Yeah, he's a nice receiver. He's probably going to play Power 5 football. I don't believe it'll be at Tennessee though.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. And speaking about Darius Redmond's size, he's 6'1", 185 is what he's listed as. But when I saw Aiden Green, to me he was a little bit more impressive. That doesn't mean one is better than the other. It just means when I saw them, Green stood out more than Redmond. But they're both good. It's the reason why they won the state championship last year.
Yes, they're both really good high school receivers. They're going to play college football. They're both probably going to play at a Power 5 school. I just don't think, as of February 17th, I would be surprised if either of them ended up at Tennessee. Yeah. Maybe Tennessee changes its evaluation on them. They've certainly done it with other guys. There's offensive linemen that they are currently recruiting that a couple of months ago they were like, we're good. Yeah. But now they've reevaluated them and are pursuing them. So who knows? Maybe Tennessee changes their evaluation. But as of today, I'd be surprised if either one of them ended up at Tennessee.
There you go. That's why you tune in, Brandon B. That's why you tune in. Ben McKee got you covered right there when it comes to recruiting.
He tunes in for Jason Swain.
That's not true.
I'm just like the extra credit. Well, because I cover recruiting. That's why. That was a recruiting question. I keep up with recruiting.
He came to you.
I know. I'm just saying he listens for you. I'm just like the extra credit. I'm like the cherry on top. I'm an added benefit every now and then. It just depends on whether you ask Alan PA or not.
No, man. No, we good. You, Ben, you. All right, let me see what else is on the text box. Thank you, Coleman. Coleman says, love when Ben gets fired up against Kentucky. Cracks me up every time. Keep killing it, gentlemen.
Read the first 3 words.
Appreciate you, Jason, and this show. And love when Ben gets fired up. Look at that love right there. Look at that love. Vol fan says, baseball talk. Tony V seems to have a different look every year. One year he was clean cut with short hair and a little scruff. The next year he went with the long, untrimmed, something maybe living in his beard look. Not my favorite. Last year was a little longer hair, but not too long, with neatly trimmed facial hair. I enjoyed that look. How would you describe his look this year?
Well, Vol fan, I don't look at his looks that in depth, to be quite honest with you. But I did notice his hair was a little longer this year, actually.
Got the Aaron Rodgers going on.
He does have that hair. That's a good way to describe it. He's got the Aaron Rodgers going on. And to be quite honest with you, I think Aaron Rodgers does not look good rocking the Aaron Rodgers. He looks all greasy, like he hasn't taken a bath in weeks.
I mean, he was growing it out because Halloween costume, but I don't know the reason why now. Yeah, see that he just, him and his fiance called off things.
Oh, really? I did not see that.
Sir, why are you so excited?
No, well, just because it's not. I don't know, because I didn't know, and it's also not surprising.
No, you I like
I don't know who his fiance is. I'm not going to pursue her. I got a baby mama. I got other issues to worry about.
That's my baby mama. You know.
I think, Tony does have longer hair at the moment. So, I don't know. I'm just ready for him to call somebody a meat stick.
Yeah, I'm ready for him to throw some hands.
Like
I need to find an outlet, man. So violent.
You do.
So violent, it seems like. I miss football.
You need to go chop wood or something.
I know. Like I was hyped when that scruffle took place.
See, Volfan
Second
agrees. I saw a picture and thought Tony V was looking a little greasy. The Aaron Rodgers comparison confirms that. So
Maybe Tony V's getting ready for Halloween.
What I think is that means Aaron Rodgers just won MVP. Tony Vitello is going to win SEC Coach of the Year, National Coach of the Year.
He already did that.
He's going to win it again. And give Dave Van Horn the finger doing it.
They boys now. They're not cool anymore.
Sheesh.
They was capping for the cameras.
I mean, I'm sure they're cordial. I mean, Tony worked for him, and Tony wouldn't be where he is today without him. He respects him. I just don't know that they're calling each other all that often.
No, who does that? What SEC coach is doing that besides Rick Barnes and Coach Kyle? They had a little Butch Jones, Derek Mason action going on before the game.
That is
they real tight,
and that's so odd because
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't bother me. I just think it's funny.
Rick needs to pray for Coach Kyle, like he's praying for Dick Vitale.
Yes, he needs to text Cal a prayer every single day. Yeah, and
a
matter of fact, just copy and paste the
Coach
one.
Kyle needs it.
Cut out the part of the prayer where we are praying for good health for Dickie V. Just cut out that part and copy and paste the rest of it and send it to Cal.
Yeah.
But Rick actually, like, Dick's not the only one that he sends that to. Like, there are a lot of people in Rick's life, close personal life, away from basketball, people he works with, over there with basketball. Like, he sends those texts every morning to a whole lot of different people, which is one of the many reasons I love Rick Barnes. But that relationship is so funny to me. It doesn't bother me at all that Cal and Rick are good friends. I just think it's hilarious because Kentucky and Tennessee fans hate each other, absolutely despise one another. They hate each other, and then Coach Cal and Barnes are just yakking it up over there.
Oh yeah, man, it don't bother me one bit.
No, I think it's just funny. One of the greatest rivalries in college basketball. The fans hate each other, regardless of sport, and Rick and Cal are just spooning each other like Derek Mason and Butch Jones before the game.
A lot of people talking about testosterone, but do your homework and be sure that you go to a local provider or a provider that you trust. Annual health assessment is typically covered by most health insurance, and they cover everything from PSA, which is your prostate levels, thyroid, liver, and kidney function, cholesterol, and glucose levels. Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Low T Center has affordable and convenient options for treatment, including monitored self-inject treatments that are shipped directly to your home. So, men, get to the Low T Center, go to their website, find a location to you, book your appointment. Starts with that annual health assessment. See where you are with your numbers and get yourself back feeling like you did before. Low T Center and lowtcenter.com, reinventing men's healthcare. I was going to say something.
We were talking about Rick, Cal, Tennessee, Kentucky, talking NIL, talking transfers.
I think it might have been about Tennessee basketball and Rick. I think it might have been like a smart joke.
You joke? Never. On the way out the door, guess whose birthday is today?
Let me check Facebook.
He's not going to be one of your Facebook friends. I do the same thing. Legendary General Robert R. Nealon.
Oh, my goodness.
On this day in 1892, he was born. Happy birthday to the General.
Oh, I know what I was going to talk about. It was Tennessee basketball account putting out their tweet after the game about the checkerboards. And the Kentucky fans were in the mention saying, yeah, please, we don't want the checkerboards anymore. So
you can have them.
Yeah, y'all can have them. So that's what I was going to bring up.
They're a bunch of bums.
Happy birthday to the GOAT.
Bunch of no teeth having, coal mine breathing, ugly blankety blank bums. God, I hate them.
I can say that about every SEC fan base, to be honest.
That video of the Kentucky fan going around, though, in the student section that had to put the Tennessee shirt on because of the bet, that was hilarious.
That was great. What was great is everybody taking pictures of it.
Well, yes, and I don't know if you saw this because you left with a couple minutes left to get the kiddos home. but the student section was going crazy while it was going on, and I couldn't tell like what was happening. Usually when they cheer like that, it's because somebody got arrested.
Yeah.
But I was glad that video came out to give us why the student section was losing its mind. That's a great bet. Have your friend that's a Kentucky fan come to the game, and if they lose, he has to put on a Kentucky.
True.
Now it would have sucked if you had to put on the Kentucky shirt. I would throw up if I had to put on an Alabama or Kentucky shirt. Like my soon-to-be brother-in-law is a Bama fan, and I swear if he ever puts anything Alabama on my baby, I'm gonna put my hands on him. I don't care if he's a cop or not. Hands will be put on him.
You're not doing that.
If he puts Alabama stuff on my baby, yes, I will. I may regret it, but it's gonna happen.
He would swaddle you.
I don't care. He's gonna know that I don't appreciate it, and it is not allowed.
He would wrap you up in a blanket and put you to bed, man. Rock you to sleep. Swain Event, fueled by Denim Barbecue. Peace and love. We are out.
Hour 3 of the Swain Event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Voted Best Barbecue in City View Magazine and a top 100 barbecue restaurant in the country, Dead End is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering and local delivery with Valet Gourmet. That's right, you can have Dead End brought to you. Can't think of the spread for your next event? Get Dead End to cater it. Check them out online, deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
At Iris Networks, we know that business communication solutions are critical to your success. Since 1998, we've been helping businesses in East Tennessee by providing reliable and affordable high-speed fiber internet and voice solutions. That's why Iris Networks is your Tennessee communications partner. With internet speeds up to 100 gigs and work-from-anywhere solutions like mobile apps, video conferencing, and file sharing, we make sure you can stay connected to your customers and great communities we live and work in. Iris Networks, because just like you, Tennessee is our home.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Hour 3 of the Swain Event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.